I wait.
So you just sit over there in those comfortable chairs with your computer.
Across there's like a little waiting room in there, and they've got like nice comfy chairs. This isn't like Cracker Barrel where they're trying to come into the new. I mean, it's like, your mom and dad's house over there. They've got comfy chairs. I plug my computer in, and I get in the 45 minutes to an hour that it takes to change my oil, rotate my tires. I get like 5 hours of work done compared to like my regular work day. I don't know what it is. I just I get tunnel vision in there.
Yeah, there's not many distractions over there.
Exactly.
So it's quiet.
Tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, your air conditioner's on the fritz. No
windshield wipers.
They can do that for you here. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. We're at the Farragut spot here this afternoon. And coming up, Bear, we're going to visit with one of our favorite Tennessee football guests.
It's time to get his prediction.
Dan, the man, Harrelson,
Thunder Dan,
joins us in just a few minutes to talk all things Tennessee football. And the thing I like about Dan, here in Talk Radio Land, we get a little emotional at times. Fair to say? Overreact from time to time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening right now with this wide receiver conversation.
Yeah, I think they had a really good day today. It's like I said yesterday, man. One practice.
Well, Staley wasn't there. Staley is out now.
Staley's out now?
Yes. And Matthews is back with a knee sleeve.
Well, because I've got a question for you, the boys, and Dan and whoever else today regarding the wide receivers. Would we or should we be talking about using Boo Card now that he's back and got his helmet back? I'm sure we're into that.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about getting him snaps on the offensive side of the ball, should he maybe be primarily an offensive player and us looking to kind of work him in some on defense?
Phil really got to you yesterday, didn't he?
We've got a dearth of play.
No, he's a defense. That's an NFL defensive back, man.
Okay.
You leave him in that nickelback spot. You let him be a playmaker on defense. We're going to be a defensive team. Look, if you can find a way to get him a few snaps offensively, if you can figure a way to utilize his talents there, I'm all for it. But to me, he's defense first and foremost.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's what the good teams do, man. That's what I don't want to start off getting in the Wayback Machine, but we're going to. Like, that was a key transition in the Fulmer era when we went from very, very good under Johnny Majors to excellent when we finally stopped taking all our best assets and let the defense be elite. Defense still won championships, my friend.
So you think a lot of the guys under Fulmer in the 90s, if they played under Majors in the 80s, would have been on offense? Like Deion Grant and T. Fair would be wide receivers?
Perhaps, but particularly offensive linemen. That was Fulmer's thing. It's like he would just hoard all the great athletes and put them on, and it worked. We had great offensive line. But when it really started to take off was when we started having those beasts on defense as well.
Yeah.
So, and it sounds like we've got that again. Rodney Garner has recruited, he has developed, and we got to figure a way to get that kind of depth that we have on defense on the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
I believe. So we'll talk with Dan about that coming up here momentarily. If you want to jump in, 865-966-3435, your number to get on the show here this afternoon, 966-3435, your number to call or text the program today. Bear and Russell live at Matlock Tire, Farragut. Mm-hmm. We've got Walker and Jace back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios.
Doing an outstanding job today, boys. Appreciate you getting us on.
Yeoman's work so far.
Yeah.
Yeoman's work.
It's all good.
Screw it up if we're being honest, but
we
won't live in our fears.
First segment.
We won't live in our fears.
I haven't said the first dumb thing today yet.
No, again, the day is early, my friends. Give it time. Well, by the way, while we're talking a little baseball here, what's going on with your Yankees all of a sudden? Are they just bottoming out here early in the?
Oh yeah.
What's it? Did you guys get swept by the Marlins over the weekend? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, apparently we did.
Good grief.
We're shambles.
That had to
I want
hurt
to fire
for
Aaron
Jazz.
Boone.
You want to fire your manager?
Yeah.
You lost a walk-off against the Rangers last night, so that's 4 in a row.
We have 1 ring in 25 years. Yeah, we're tired of Aaron Boone.
And Judge is hurt.
Judge is hurt. How you're a star outfielder and one of the best hitters in all of baseball ends up needing Tommy John, I'll never know. Yeah, I mean, you want to.
No, sorry, I bring up a sore subject.
Commercial break, we just go outside and you give me a good swift kick
to the groin. Yeah, okay.
Well. It'll hurt less than this. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going up there to see him anymore. I did cancel that trip.
So the injury report today at practice was, I mean, it's getting a little lengthy. Of course, you got McCoy, who we didn't not expecting back anytime soon.
Yeah.
You've got Brazel, who hasn't practiced yet, but they say he's going to come back sometime this week.
Okay.
You got Kitzelman, who they're being careful with. You know,
what the hell's wrong with Kitzelman?
Well, he had the torn pec. He was out all spring.
Yeah.
Like they're just being careful there, but he's not back yet.
I've heard good things about Ethan Davis, by the way.
Yeah. Joshua Josephs did not practice again today for the 3rd straight day. They're saying he's day-to-day, aren't we all?
Yeah, we all are. We'll never know. It's the time we live in. We've got no clue what it is. We will probably. It could be anything from something melting down right now, or just
By the way, completely unburdening myself my GERD problems yesterday on the show.
I thought it was remarkable that you showed some vulnerability, Russ.
I get a lot of feedback to that, and everybody, what you should do is that guy.
Yeah.
More than one person was asking me if I'd been bitten by a tick lately.
Have you?
I don't think so.
That is a symptom of Lyme disease.
They said that my aversion to steak, red meat, could be caused by a tick bite. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I know. I've heard of Lyme disease. You can, that's no good if you get that, but they can knock that out now with just
antibiotics.
Yeah, really strong antibiotics.
How do you know if you have a tick bite? I feel
like you'd know if you had a tick bite.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the Borrelia Bergdorf fairy bacterium.
Okay.
That's what causes Lyme disease.
Huh.
And the North American deer tick is what carries it.
Don't want any of that.
Apparently a lot of people have it and don't realize they've got it.
Maybe okay. And that would make me basically allergic to steak.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I mean, just
You're supposed to be my doctor here. What are you doing? I don't think
you
sound
got a
very
tick
wishy-washy.
bite.
Okay.
That's my issue. Is that typically
will
when
you
one
check
gets
me for
bit by,
ticks during the break?
If I have to, I will.
Braylon, Mike Matthews comes back today. He is wearing a knee sleeve. That's never good.
It means his knee's been swelling.
That's never good when a guy comes back and he's wearing a thing on his knee.
At least it's not a brace.
Braylon Staley out today.
Unspecified?
No word if he's hurt or if that's just a quote-unquote maintenance day, which is another obnoxious term that we've invented for modern football.
I've talked to a couple of former players recently, and they don't really understand maintenance days.
This just started with the NBA, right?
Yeah.
LeBron James is not going to play in the game. You bought tickets for it so you could take your son to watch LeBron play in Atlanta. You drop $200 a piece on some tickets, and you get there only to find out that LeBron's taking a maintenance day.
Yeah. So
now it's in football now too.
Oh yeah, and there are no bigger get up on the porch group of people than former players.
What do you think that Bear Bryant or Johnny Majors would have said? Like, with Joe Namath comes in, Coach, I need a maintenance day. I don't think I'm going to be able to practice today. Need a maintenance day, Coach.
They said it was nothing for that guy to get pissed off, and he would start practice over.
I just imagine it would be, all right, maintenance day, huh? Here's a bus ticket home. You can see if you maintain that all the way home there, buddy. There's your maintenance day.
They didn't take a whole lot of maintenance days during Fulmer's reign.
Here's the last one, Bear. The last name for you. Cornerback Ricky Gibson.
Oh, God.
Was not seen at practice today while the media was present.
I love Ricky.
Both your starting cornerbacks out for practice today. We haven't even had the first major scrimmage yet. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you enjoy the play?
Wow. Well, I think we've got Dan coming up.
We tend to get overly emotional about these things on sports radio. That's why we bring in a calm, reasonable, level-headed individual, professional credentialed member of the sports media like Dan Harrelson to give it to us straight. Just tell us, are we overreacting to some of this stuff? Is it going to be okay? Stay with us. We'll find out. Dan Harrelson coming up next on many of these fan-run affiliates. You're listening to The Drive live this afternoon. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, Kingston Pike and Farragut. Come on out, see us. Pick up some tickets to Fan Run Night. That is tomorrow at Smokies Baseball, Covenant Health Park. We've got your freebies here this afternoon until 6 p.m. at Matlock Tire. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Good afternoon. Traffic's busy now on all the major outbound routes as it gets heavier up and down Kingston Pike, especially in the Bearden area. This time of the afternoon, it starts to pick up already downtown Knoxville. 40 west is 17th Street. There's been a little bit of radar out here, at least it was earlier on 75 throughout Anderson County, all the way up into parts of Campbell County as well. Turn your gold and silver coins into cash at Fountain City Jewelers, located in the heart of Fountain City. They're right there next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
night tomorrow. Covenant Health Park at Smokies Baseball. If you haven't been to the new downtown ballpark yet, this is a perfect opportunity to come and see it. If you have been and you want to go again, we'd love to see you out there tomorrow. We need as many of our listeners to fill up section 119 with us tomorrow as possible. So come on out and get your free tickets today here at Matlock Tire on Kingston Pike and Farragut. And
get there early. Cody's throwing out the first pitch. He's going to groove it, man. He's going to groove a strike.
He said he's been practicing.
He needs to get up on a mound.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to give him any tips, but that would be my strong recommendation.
Yeah.
Throwing from elevation. It looks like we're going to luck out the weather gods, too. Like they're going to, well, I mean, when we scheduled this for August 6th, a month or two ago, it was like the only downside was it's the first week in August. It's probably going to be 1 billion degrees out there. And it's not, right? I mean, the high today is like 81 degrees, a little overcast. The high tomorrow is 85. There's a chance of showers, but
when is there not?
Let's live in our hopes, not our fears. That's tomorrow at Covenant Health Park. Let's bring in Dan the Man Harrelson from VolsWire.com. Dan, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Speaking of the Smokies, I'm actually going to head over there in a little bit to catch Blake Burke. So it's kind of cool to see him back in town playing in Knoxville again this week. So it's kind of neat to see that before we get into really the thick of fall camp and then obviously game week into Syracuse.
What a year for former Vols at Covenant Health Park. And this is probably going to be the norm as Tony Vitello continues to put more and more guys into pro baseball. But we've seen Semo, we've seen Burns, and now we'll see Burke at Covenant Health Park just in the span of a couple of months. That's a pretty cool thing.
And Mark McLaughlin from the 22 team, he came in about maybe a month ago with the Barons because he got called up, I guess, to Double-A. And he came in. He wasn't part of the Barons, I think, the first time they came. But that last time, he actually got in and appeared in a game.
Very good. Very good. Dan Harrelson with us this afternoon. He covers all things Tennessee for VolsWire.com. And Dan, let's get right into it here. Your thoughts, just first of all, 10,000-foot view on the first week or so of training camp and how things have gone for Josh Heupel as he prepares, hard to believe, his 5th season on Rocky Top coming up here in less than a month.
Yeah, I think with practice as a whole, just kind of eye test certain people, I think there's a lot more talented players from top to bottom spread throughout the roster. Some of those guys are young or new, so it's kind of a question mark at this point to try to figure out, okay, these guys look like they're going to play in the SEC at some point, but how soon? And I think tight end's a big position group for that, so is wide receivers. So a lot of young guys and new guys are probably going to have to step up because this is a big year for Josh and a really big training camp just to try to figure things out, the direction of this offense. And like you said, 5th year, do we finally see some changes offensively, scheme-wise? It sounds that way just throughout spring practices, players talking, certain things like that. And then Halsley, of course, the other day at fall camp mentioned the quote about dropping 8 in coverage. How do we start attacking things like that? He mentioned vertically, but we all know if you're going to drop 8, you already have an emphasis on the run game every year for Josh Heupel here. You're going to have to start doing some things 5 yards out from the line of scrimmage to loosen that up on the defensive backfield end, just to give you guys a chance or them a chance. And speaking of that, it sounds like people like Jackson and somebody like obviously Brame, JBD at the tight end, Matthews, those guys, they're going to have to step up. Braylon Staley, just to have this offense clicking this year. But it sounds like there's some injuries out there receiver-wise that could put a hamper on them just trying to figure things out going into that first fall camp scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the chatter this week on the Vol message boards and the social media and everything is the wide receiver situation. And, it's interesting, Dan. There's some criticism being leveled at Josh Heupel and the staff for, hey, you only had 7 wide receivers on scholarship coming into the season. And, usually you want to have 9 or 10. Butch Jones would have like 14 or 15, I feel like, back in the day. Do you think, and it's not even hindsight yet, I mean, we're still a couple of weeks away from the season. Do you think it was a mistake, or do you think some of the criticism, some of the questioning amongst fans and even some media is a little bit overblown?
Overblown for Heupel's scheme, I guess, offensive scheme.
Oh, overblown for not bringing in more receivers, for going into the season with only 7 wideouts, not bringing in more guys from the portal or high school or wherever you got to get them.
Maybe. It really depends on how these guys like Matthews, if they're not serious injuries, things like that, once they get acclimated or back, Staley, those guys. But maybe I think my mind is all over the place this off season, ever since hearing all this stuff about are they going to switch things up and certain things like that. And then you look at the people he brought in. I mean, there's a lot of Oklahoma air raid guys out there on the practice field, and they don't run air raid. You have Heupel, Hawsley, Seth Luttrell, Landry Jones. You bring in Caden Cochran, an analyst who's a starting quarterback at Valdosta State in the air raid. We all know that they won a national championship. He's an analyst. They have KJ Palmer, offensive analyst, brought in this year too, who's with Aguilar App State as a GA in 23. So you got some good pieces there. But if you're going to go have that many Oklahoma air raid guys and bring in Cochran and Palmer just to have some odds there, and they're air raid people, you got to think that it's going to start going that direction offensively, especially if you don't have enough space, if you will, in some of these wide receivers, if you do have to be forced to play some of these young guys at first into that Syracuse and ETSU game before you start getting into the SEC slate.
Dan Harrelson, VolsWire.com, with us here this afternoon on the program. And then you got the Boo Carter situation, and that's been an interesting couple of weeks. Following that, it looks like he's back at practice today, Dan. People want to know, what there was a lot of talk after last season about letting Boo play some offense, getting in there in the slot, trying to make some things happen. Do you think that's something that Tennessee will still try to make happen this season, or do you think because of his disciplinary situation that that's something they might have to put on the back burner?
I think on paper it looks good, but the thing about Boo Carter, it seems like they need him more, even though wide receiver seems a little iffy at the moment. I think him playing the star position is going to be huge because, I guess you have Dylan Lewis behind him, and maybe you could have a Caleb Beasley kind of rotate over because he can play safety, corner, and star. But it's just how he wants to go about the depth positioning on that. If you do plug him and play him on offense, I don't think it's going to be out there full-fledged, maybe like a Travis Hunter. It could be more of like a D. Williams, just a few plays here and there. But, yeah, I definitely think if you bring him on offense, I think sweeps, stuff like that, would be very beneficial for this offense. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there on offense, but you never know the dialogue between the two, Heupel and Boo Carter. Apparently he just got his helmet back, so I don't know where he's in line for positioning after this latest fiasco to see if he's got any leverage of am I still going to play offense or if he was actually that far into the game plan. But I do think he can have a few wrinkles out there and be somewhat successful on this offensive scheme just going through the season if you do need him in certain spots.
Yeah, and you got to have somebody to get him the ball, whether it's him or anybody else out there playing quarterback. And I maintain, Dan, we had this discussion on the show yesterday. People were worried about the wide receiver situation yesterday before we even got to today with the news that Braylon Staley was a little bit dinged up, evidently. I still think quarterback is the biggest concern here, Dan. No matter what the depth situation looks out there at wide receiver, this offense just hasn't functioned the same since Hendon Hooker graduated after the 2022 season. And, you know, it's hard as an objective fan or journalist to look at the situation right now and say that it's going to be any better, whether it's Aguilar or Merklinger right here. We'll see. What's your read on what's going on with the quarterback situation?
Just my opinion, I think it's Aguilar's job to lose. You know, he has experience. Like I said, he's got some coaches that I mean, they're analysts, whatever, that's been with him. So he's got some people he knows. I mean, you look at, I think a guy like Star Thomas can be pretty good. I mean, he was teammates with Diego Pavia at New Mexico State before he went to Duke, and similar type quarterbacks a little bit, kind of undersized, move around a little bit, and can create with some running backs in the flat. So I think Star can maybe benefit if they go with a three-headed monster back there in the backfield. But I think wide receiver and / running back unit, they have some guys there, but I just don't know how they're going to hold up or how, you know, if they're going to platoon certain guys. That's on offense. I think on defense, I think maybe nose guard and strong safety could be a little bit iffy. Just, you know, if injuries happen, depth, those type things, younger guys behind them. But I would say maybe those 4 units, just because of depth, and you just don't really know about the offense yet. So I wouldn't totally pin a lot of this stuff on Aguilar since he just got here. It's not his fault. But I think it's his job to lose at this point. And I think it's a huge year for Josh. I mean, he, in a way, he can self-reflect. He can look at his program himself, his coaching staff. Maybe he's already done that. Maybe that's why he's already brought a lot of these air raid guys in, if they do make changes with anything to the offense. But I think it's the perfect year for him to reset. If you want to go make changes to the offense, perfect time to do it. Kind of look at how your program's going to continue to, and going forward, to attack NIL and the transfer portal. And he's got a great year with like I said, JVD and Brame and some of these young guys. You know, you need to keep that communication line there because you don't want to have these guys transfer out in December or anything like that, because that just kind of gets you behind the 8 ball again, and maybe a similar situation going into next year. But in terms of the schedule, I think it's kind of a wasted opportunity the last couple of years. He's had a great schedule, and it just hasn't came to fruition. Like maybe like a Hidden Hooker back in 22, things like that. Jalen Hyatt, you know, roster kind of spread out with some of the Pruitt guys too. But I don't know. That's why I was saying my mind's all over the place with Josh and his program. But he's a good coach, and I have faith that he's going to, you know, piece things together after this year and keep things going moving forward.
You know, the interesting thing about Heupel, Dan, is he comes to, and, you know, let's be honest about it. Danny White tried to hire Tony Elliott, who's been a miserable failure at Virginia. And, you know, thank goodness he does. And maybe tried to hire a couple of guys before he got to Josh. He gives Josh Heupel the job. And he comes in here with this high-octane offense, and the defense was kind of a mess the first 2 years. Fast forward going into year 5, and this is kind of a defense-first program, Dan, where you've got a top 10 national defense last year. Looks like they're going to be not miss much of a beat this year, maybe just as good. And for the second year in a row, maybe even the third year in a row, depending on how you feel about the Milton year in 2023, it sounds like they're going to struggle maybe to put a quality 11 on the field offensively. It's really interesting when you think about it, given Josh Heupel's offense background.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards 8-4 this year, but I'm kind of hung up on Oklahoma. But the thing about Oklahoma, they're trying to recreate what Vandy did last year with the OC and the quarterback, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But the bottom line is, Venables, if he doesn't get things together this year, you know, what happens to him? But Oklahoma, I mean, they got an off week at the end of September, and I think they have like Kent State and then Texas and Dallas. But they're at Carolina, Ole Miss at home, and then they come to Knoxville, and then an off week. So that's a little tough of a stretch for Oklahoma there, coming into Neyland Stadium. So Tennessee, you got at Bama, at Kentucky back to back before you get to that OU game. So maybe both teams will be a little bit beat up at that point. But knowing Josh's track record, he could win that game and then turn around, off week after that, after OU, New Mexico State, and then go to Florida and lose that. Because we've seen him lose at Missouri, Carolina, some other games that he probably should have won. So it's going to be kind of hard to actually predict this season. I think that 21 year was the easiest season to predict just because you knew his offensive identity, his scheme, even though it's first year, that's good enough for a bowl game and then win one game, lose a game you're supposed to win, those type things to get the 7 wins, and of course the 10-2 year. And then really, like you said, once you get to 2023, things kind of got sideways with the offense, but luckily they've had some good defensive parts there, and Tim Banks has really benefited, not just because of great personnel, but Josh has slowed this offense down. So we'll see even if they do make changes with maybe an air raid type concepts, we'll see if that continues to be a little bit slower pace or if he wants to kind of go a little bit faster out there for tempo.
Talk with Dan Harrelson this afternoon, VolsWire.com. It should be interesting. And for the record, Bear, we've been following the Harrelson Index ever since he nailed it at 10-2 in 2022. Everybody thought he was off his rocker.
10-2 and 22.
And he nailed it. And I
never gloated either.
I feel like you've been I can't remember what you did in 23 and 24.
He called for a playoff run last year, I believe.
Is that true, Dan?
Yeah, unfortunately, 11-1, 23, and then last year, what was it, 10-2 or whatever? Where did they get 10-2, 9-3 last year?
I mean, he calls his shot all the time. He'll point. He ain't afraid to point out to left field.
He missed 23 by a few games, but
I'll be nice about it. We won't talk about.
I hope he missed 25 by a few games. 8-4 would be kind of meh.
I mean, the schedule's there. If you think about it, if you beat Oklahoma and maybe Florida doesn't have Lagway, maybe they have Harrison Bailey, whatever, there's a chance he could squeeze out a 10-2 year if things stay steady.
Dan, we've got a caller we've got a caller who says that if Harrison Bailey plays against Tennessee, we will lose to him in the swamp. That's just the way this goes.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We're going to lose to Harrison Bailey. Like, I don't know, man. I got a lot of BVS in me as well, but there's a reason that dude's on his 7th school in 4 years, whatever it's up to now.
Yeah, guys, but it's Gainesville.
Actually, more like
they got a tough schedule too. They got at Ole Miss before Tennessee at home, and then Florida's got at Kentucky and Georgia the 2 games before that. So you never know if Billy Napier loses to Georgia, which he should. You never know. He may not be the coach after that if you start losing to LSU early, maybe Miami on the road, Texas at A&M. So
we'll see. That's what scares me more about the Florida game this year. It's not necessarily playing against the backup quarterback because I don't think Harrison Bailey's very good.
It's playing him the week after they blow Billy out.
It's playing the interim coach bump.
Always
they blow out the loser
coach.
head coach who's like everybody's tired of him, and then they what do? They always hire the assistant who's like the nice guy. He was the good cop to the head coach's bad cop. He comes, all right, guys, we're just going to go out there, loose, relaxed player, and that's when. I mean, you've seen it happen here a couple of times. Jim Chaney had that going.
Yeah,
that 1 year.
He is 1-0.
Yeah,
the only undefeated coach.
Was he 1-0 twice? Is he 2-0? Was he interim for Dooley?
He might have been
that year as well. Huh. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see. All right, we got Dan down.
Well, if I would say this real fast, if they did go with the interim, I would assume they'd go Russ Callaway, the OC. So maybe that'd be beneficial to a guy like that in a certain game. But Russ is a big air raid guy. He's a Valdosta guy. We'll see. He's a young guy too.
They would plug
go
in
like 40 of 45
Yeah.
for 800 yards and a game-winning touchdown. And the three of us will be crying.
About how we should have kept that guy.
Should have kept him. He had heart.
And
You can't measure it, Dan.
he'll do the on-field post-game interview with Tracy Wolfson where he's like,
Yeah.
they didn't want me. They didn't think I was good enough to play there. I hope they all think about that tonight.
And then he'll get broken like the very
And then he'll
next week, and he will enter witness program. He will never be heard from again.
This is some next level battered ball syndrome we're displaying right now, Dan. Seen this movie before. All right. Everybody go check him out. Ballswire.com at Dan Harrelson. 2 R's on the X machine. Dan, always appreciate it, my friend. Great talking to you.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Dan Harrelson.
That's some nightmare fuel right there.
Jumping off. Well, it's there. It's gallows humor is what it is. Like you have to kind of.
It's this series, dude.
You have to be prepared for it.
I mean, weird stuff happens in Gainesville.
Usually
bit his tongue almost off.
Joe Kent. For the longest time, it was just looming because it was always the 3rd or 4th game of the season. Now it's the 10th game, 11th game of the season. And people dread it just as much.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be such a different vibe this year. We've only played him in this late in the year one time. That was what?
It worked out well. Yeah.
2001. So
worked out well. Hey, congratulations to Jeff Knox, who stopped by while we were talking with Dan. He wins the
Carson Newman's finest.
He wins the buffet, the all-you-can-eat buffet. He's going to be out there with a plate full of pulled pork and hot dogs and potato chips.
I'm telling you, man, the popcorn bar that they lay out over there, it's next level
quality.
Oh yeah, you got like your traditional popcorn in the popcorn, like the traditional machine, and you got the Cracker Jacks, all kinds of other stuff goodies you can mix in there.
You're talking about this the way Bubba talked about shrimp on Forrest Gump, like it. You got your caramel popcorn, you got your salt popcorn,
I got
your extra butter popcorn, your chocolate covered popcorn,
cheddar popcorn. I'm a big popcorn guy.
Me too. I'm simple though. Just give me some buttered popcorn. I'm good to go.
Oh, I'm an aficionado.
I don't know about that. When you were spouting your anti-movie theater popcorn, if you think you can get as good a bag of popcorn at a convenience store as you can get inside a movie theater, and I don't know how much of an aficionado you are.
A big one.
Stay with us. The drive continues. Fan Run Radio. Back to wrap up hour number 1 right after this.
The Drive.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, Smile with confidence and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the volunteer state. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Good afternoon. Traffic's building pretty good out here now. Alcoa Highway has picked up already southbound. There in front of UT Medical Center, continuing out towards the Blount County area. Stop and go Kingston Pike in the Farragut area there at Concord Road. Watching it build already on that Solway Bridge. Trying to get out of the Oak Ridge area and work your way up towards Pellissippi Parkway. Hey, don't miss the Atlanta Braves Alumni Golf Tournament coming up September the 15th this year at Aguani Farms there in Blount County. All proceeds benefiting the foster kids of East Tennessee. Log on to FosteringHopeTN.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your Ron.
Up hour number one of the show, live today out here at Matlock Tire and Auto Service on Kingston Pike in Farragut. Giving away tickets to Fan Run Night at Smokies Baseball. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, the game starts at 7. The Biloxi Shuckers are in town, and we want to beat them, but we would like to see our boy Blake Burke have a nice. That would be cool to see a couple of Burke bombs tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to see where, trying to figure out which way it's pointed. Maybe hit one up to Gay Street.
Well, he left-handed pull hitter, and we'll be down the third base line in section 119, but people can walk. You can walk around the ballpark. I forget what they call it, the right field club area, that Modelo bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's probably a good hangout spot if you want to catch a Burke bomb.
Yeah, except that usually he just obliterates them. Yeah.
Knock the cover off it like Robert Redford in The Natural.
Yeah. He does that thing he can do where something doesn't stop it. There's no telling how far it'll go. It's pretty wild. So he's up in Double-A. Our two best players off last year. I saw where Simo's going right back in the lineup with the Angels. And I watched, I just happened to turn it on and catch the tail end of it. The guy who replaced him, I didn't even catch the guy's name, cost him a game on a route. He just completely booted a ball.
Ooh.
And then I think that was like last week and this week, the word came down that they brought him right back up.
Back up. You want to come see the game with us tomorrow? Come on out and stop by if you're in West Knoxville. We're at Matlock Tire and Auto Service on Kingston Pike, right across from the big Costco out here in Farragut. And we've got free tickets to tomorrow night's game for anybody who comes by and says they're listening to Fan Run Radio this afternoon. We will hook you up with as many as you want here this afternoon. Bringing Jace Brown back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. So the new SEC Netflix show just hit Netflix today. So nobody has seen it except for the people who have just been at home watching it. And there are a few of those people because they're already putting up clips. I saw a clip of us celebrating the win over Vandy.
Yeah.
And Jace, a lot of people don't know this. Jace Brown's older brother just retired. He was an offensive lineman for Arkansas up through last season.
Jace a varsity athlete as well.
Like Sidney Sweeney, he's got good genes.
Yeah.
And Jace, your brother made a cameo, and people have already found on this Netflix show.
Yeah, my brother sent me or sent me a picture of him. Like, he's just in a snippet of I'm guessing what is either a halftime speech or a post-game speech from probably Coach Pittman. But he's in the new Netflix documentary. That's sort of a cool little snippet that I got from him.
That's Luke, right?
Yes, Luke.
Luke Brown.
He's got like a mountain man beard. What's the deal there?
He's playing offensive line for Sam Pittman. I think
is that going to help his beard growth? Jace can barely grow a mustache.
Oh, that's not
wow.
Nice.
Okay.
uncalled for.
A little bit uncalled for. He's been rocking that like grizzly look for several years now. I don't know what he's got. I guess doesn't have as much hair as me up top, so he gets it on the beard.
No, I mean, he looks possessed in this picture.
What was his size when he was playing there? Was
he was 6'6", 315, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he's big.
And he medically retired, correct?
Yeah. He had like 3 or 4 surgeries over like his first 18 months there and just sort of was forced out of it.
Do you think he's going to drop a bunch of that weight?
He has a little bit. He's dropped probably like 15, 20 pounds, so he's down back under the 3 century mark, but I think it sort of fits his frame. Like he's always been like a wide-shouldered kid like I have. Like usually a bigger guy like that tends to look better with a little bit of extra weight, so I don't see him getting like too super slim down.
You see he's 6'6"?
Yeah.
He doesn't really need to lose that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's I have a brother too who's offensive lineman at a smaller level, D3 school,
Right.
and he was 300-pound offensive lineman, and he's my size now.
Well, yeah, most
over
of
200.
That's a weird thing. I was a lot of times you'll see when those guys get done, like the linemen get smaller and the wide receivers get fat.
Yeah, they're running back, the DBs.
Yeah,
they blow up. Not burning those calories every day, still eating like they were. All right, we got to take a quick timeout. Stay with us. Jason will have your top 4 at 4. When we continue, it is The Drive live this afternoon. Matlock Tire and Auto Service in beautiful West Knoxville. Kingston, come on out, see us as we get ready for hour number 2 of The Drive right after this.
The Drive.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance. Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Oh, sorry. These hot dogs are so good. If you want all the hot dogs your stomach can hold, you're in luck. Tonight is free hot dog night with your Knoxville Smokies. All the hot dogs you can eat all night long. We'll see you tonight, and come hungry.
Citizens National Bank. You want a bank that lets you bank when and where you want to. Your local branch, the grocery store, your computer, your phone, it's up to you. You want people who care about taking care of you and your money too. Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit men'spro-knoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Welcome back. Hour number 2 of the drive underway here on Fan Run Radio, and time for your top 4 at 4. Jace Brown standing by in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Jacer, hit it.
Thank you.
Satisfied customer picking up some tickets to Fan Run Night here at Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee's 5th preseason practice is in the books, and Ryan Shumpert from RTI had some notes from today. The biggest news, Boot Carter was a full participant in shells today, but defensive back Ricky Gibson was out of action. Otherwise, in the wide receiver room, Mike Matthews was back in action after being out in the last practice on Sunday, but Braylon Staley was out and Chris Brazel was out once again. Tomorrow is going to be the Vols' first full padded practice.
I mean, I feel like the acclimation period has been going on forever. We haven't had the full pads yet. We're still in the shells.
No, but that's just how they do things.
Soft. Back in my day, you used to take a salt tablet. You get in there with no helmet and just start cracking skulls on day one. 5-hour practice in the sun.
I heard that a lot this weekend.
Well, hopefully they know what they're doing, man. All I'm saying is
football's contact sport,
for all the maintenance days and the acclimation period and the hydration and all that stuff, it seems like guys are getting injured at a pretty high rate, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. I'm just going to point that out.
All I'm saying, I'm a firm believer that they ought to widen American football fields by 10 yards. It'll cut down on a lot of these violent collisions that we have now because these guys are so fast. Go to the Canadian, I think it's Canadian, whatever Canadian is, 10 or 20 yards wider. They don't
Jay
have all
Guevara wants to go play football like they do up in Canada.
I just want to widen the field out because it would eliminate it would spread things out. You wouldn't have all these crazy collisions.
See, my coaches used to just call it a collision sport. It's not contact, it's collision.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point if we can't smash a few skulls? By the way, that was Nick who was just in here who won
yesterday.
What you talk about yesterday.
Yeah.
Picking up those tickets. I recognize the face. It took me a while to connect the voice.
I recognize the face. I still didn't recognize the voice. But he's got to see
I
us
recognize
before.
the voice, yeah. As soon as he told me it was Nick, I was like, yeah, that's our guy. Champions League finalist, Nick.
He looked determined.
Making an appearance. Jace?
At number 2, Tennessee running backs Deshaun Bishop and Star Thomas were recognized today as preseason watch list members for the Doak Walker Award. The Vols are one of 4 SEC programs with multiple players recognized. The PWC SMU Athletic Forum annually presents the award to the nation's most outstanding college running back.
He got named in that watch list.
Well, I'm just proud that Jace was able to nail it. Right? What did you call it last year?
Yeah, last year it was the Doak Walker Award.
Yeah.
Well, you don't run into many Dokes anymore.
It's a good name, though. Doak Walker's an all-time great.
Isn't there
college football name?
The stadium at Florida State, isn't that
Doak Campbell?
Doak Campbell. Is it Doak? Who's the Doak? Is it Doak Walker?
No.
There's the Doak Campbell.
There's the Doak
I
Campbell.
thought it was two names. Doak Campbell.
Is
Doak.
He must have paid. He left a lot of money to Florida State. His name's on it.
I'm just going to tell you right now, Jace, you and the missus ever sit down and pop out a couple of youngins. Doak Brown.
Doak Brown is a good
That's got a
name.
good ring to
It's
it.
got SEC starting running back written all over.
little burly.
It's good. That's good.
At
Hey,
number
it's my Papaw Doak.
Papaw Doak. Yeah.
I mean, worked for Walker too. Doak Smith.
Brown sounds better.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
At number 3, Los Angeles Rams running back Kyron Williams has signed a 3-year, $33 million contract extension that includes $23 million guaranteed, his agents told Adam Schefter today. 2 weeks ago, on the day the Rams reported to training camp, Williams made it clear he wanted to sign a contract extension with the Rams. The running back reported to training camp and said he would not hold out of practices.
He deserves it. Love Kyron Williams. He saved me from having to do a punishment in fantasy football last year. Just him alone was able to squeeze out one extra win that kept me out of the cellar. Well done, young man. Outstanding. Where did he play college, Jace?
I was just wondering that. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
3 years, $33 million. Good work if you can get it.
Yeah.
For an NFL running back.
That's Jace Brown money right there.
And at number 4, New York Yankees captain Aaron Judge was activated off the 10-day injured list Tuesday after being sidelined since July 25th because of a flexor strain in his right elbow. Manager Aaron Boone said Monday that Judge would serve as the designated hitter when he first returned to the lineup against the Texas Rangers. The Yankees have lost 4 consecutive games.
Things aren't good in Yankee land in the Bronx, man. We need just a complete overhaul. I want the GM gone. I want Aaron Boone gone.
The GM's been there for 40 years. Brian Cashman, and he looks like he's my age.
Oh, yeah. He has a job forever.
He took over the keys to a Rolls Royce, and he's won how many champions? Other than what he won with somebody else put together, he's won 1.
So you want a clean house?
Yes.
Who do you want to hire? You haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah, I have. You just won't like it.
What, you want Anthopoulos? Braves fans say you could have him.
No, not Anthopoulos. Anthony, for sure.
Who?
Vitello.
You want to hire Vitello as your GM?
No.
As your manager?
Yes. Replace Boone with
No,
Tony
you
Vitello.
don't. You'd be calling for his head the first time he loses a best 2 out of 3 series to the Twins.
Yeah,
you really haven't thought that through. The way
he's not going to lose 2 out of 3 of the Twins.
You want Vitello to leave the Vols to coach a team you're a fake fan of, that you don't even watch, don't even pay attention to? Come on, man. Get real, please. Thank you, Jace. That is the top 4 at 4. Brought to you by Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Bear, hook this fine-looking gentleman up with some tickets to the ball game tomorrow, if you would. I mean, he's rocking a really nice national championship series. That's a man who does not want to see Tony Vitello leave to go manage the Yankees. No, he says. Absolutely not. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. We are in Farragut this afternoon on Kingston Pike, right across from the big Costco. And we're hooking folks up. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy. We're hooking folks up with tickets.
Boy Blue.
That's Blue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Blue Cane?
No, Blue Cane is down in Athens, probably putting up shots right now. I've actually been I've done several Blues here in Knoxville.
That's a good name. Doak Campbell, by the way, president of the University of Florida from 1941 to 1957. He was president of it when it was a women's college.
Yeah, which it was until almost the modern era. It's the women's school teacher school.
His opposition to the admission of African American students has caused controversy about the naming of Doak Campbell Stadium in his honor.
When did the controversy start?
I don't know.
When they started not being able to beat USC's of the world?
No, the controversy is like they want to, I'm guessing.
They want to strip his name off the stadium?
I mean, if you were going to do it, like he wasn't a coach or anything. He was just a president for 16 years. If I'm the AD at Florida State, I kill two birds with one stone. I get that old codger's name off the stadium, and I find myself a nice corporate sponsor that's going to bring me in a couple $1 million a year.
That, and you could do the really easy thing and just call it Bobby Bowden Stadium. The Bowden Bowl.
Bowden Bowl.
He put that school on his back and made them relevant.
Yeah.
They had done nothing before he walked in the door there. Pre-Shoes University.
865-966-3435 is your phone number to get on the show. We'll go open lines this segment. If you want to chime in, go ahead and take a shot. 966-3435, your phone number to call or text the show this afternoon. It's back to school week. Kids got a half day tomorrow, Bear.
Your office is getting ready to reopen.
Yeah.
You got big plans for it?
I mean, just productivity's fixing to skyrocket.
Productivity. Well, good deal.
I'm sitting down there. I mean, I had whenever we have remote, I'm in scramble mode anyway. We've had some car issues that we're dealing with. We're running around back and forth. I got like my mom's coming over to pick up the kids at a time. I'm sitting down there. I'm grinding today, Bear. I'm in the lab. I'm cranking out emails. I am PCB, getting stuff done today. And
Mama Smith involved.
All of a sudden, the 10-year-old little man wants to come downstairs and interrupt me at the height of my productivity, Bear. Talking about, look at this game that I'm playing. He's got his little switch, the little handheld
He's
thing.
in his games, man.
He's like, look at this. And like, I'm looking at it. I don't know what I'm looking at. He's got some sort of racing simulator. He's wrecking the cars. He's like, look how realistic the wrecks are. I'm like, that's great, son. That's great.
Like hanging out with me, huh?
I'm trying to manage your college fund here, and you want me to. He wants to play. He's like, well, let's go up here and race, and he can beat me now. Like that's just happened in the past year, and when did you know it? He's a bit of a trash talker.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know, and
he's your clone,
and it's not fun. It's not fun.
No, he beat me at he surpassed me whenever we had the tournament. Was that last summer?
Because I'll be frustrated. We'll be playing Mario Kart or something, and he's just smoking me, and the game cheats.
It does.
And he looks at me. This is what he says. This is their generational thing. You know what he says? Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
You're getting smacked by a 10-year-old.
Oh, it makes me so mad. Oh, God. I wish this was the 1950s. You could still beat your kids.
You can. You just
That's frowned upon.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
Skill issue. No, I have a skill issue. Sending you to your room, taking away all your stuff, making your life miserable.
He went from being like, I never heard him. He was always really quiet to smack talker over the years.
Yeah.
Reminds me of somebody I know.
I think he gets it from his mom.
I don't know about all that, Russ.
The Drive, Fan Run Radio, Fan Run Night at the Ballpark Eve. But we were talking football for the most part here this afternoon as the Volunteers in practice. And we'll put this poll in the field here. I meant to do this yesterday. And get the people's thoughts on this. The whole wide receiver freak out thing, it's a freak out, right? Or a little bit of a freak out in Vol Nation?
Yeah, because there's not much news, anything that we can get our grubby little hands on. One morsel of food.
Not worried at all?
Not worried at all. I'll wait until...
You're not worried? I'm a little worried.
Maybe a little bit. I'm more concerned about quarterback.
Here's the thing that worries me. It's not the lack of depth. It's the lack of experience. Because we've had, not just Mike Matthews last year, but like Nimrod and
losing those guys hurt.
Who was the kid from Leacock?
Nathan Leacock.
All those guys, Caleb Webb, that we just couldn't get on the field, right? That were good prospects that we were excited about signing at the time that we just never, because they were always buried on the depth chart. Well, this year we've got some guys like that, and Rodarius Jackson and Travis Smith Jr. that, like, it sounds like they're going to play, but now it's like, well, they're freshmen. Like, are they going to have that on-the-job training thing? So that's what worries me. It's not the lack of talent or the lack of depth as much as it is just the lack of experience.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need Brazel and Matthews back in whatever's going on with them. Mark me down. I guess a little bit.
I talked you into it.
Yeah,
A little worried now.
A little
worried, huh?
Yeah, I've got concerns about quarterback. And I did hear the running backs looked really good the other day. I couldn't remember if I mentioned that yesterday. I did hear that.
I'm not worried about that.
They were really fast.
Yeah.
Looked the part. Was told they were running everywhere that they went.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Jace, Walker, you guys worried about the wide receiver situation or no?
It doesn't help that we don't have many numbers there, so that aspect is worrying me. But I think that, looking at them from, a high school prospect standpoint, there's plenty of talent, across the board that might be the most talented group, just, at an average across the board for us. So that aspect, no, but numbers-wise, absolutely.
Walker?
I mean, when it comes to the wide receivers, me personally, one of my pick to clicks is going to be in that group of players. Right. But I mean, it's just a depth issue there, and obviously, like, one injury can kind of derail that. But I mean, when you look at the talent that's there, it's preseason. Like, some guys are just staying healthy, and I'd rather them take the time off now than be hurt in the middle of the season. And I'm high on Mike Matthews. I think Brazel's going to get better. Some young freshmen are going to look really good. So I feel like we're blowing it out of proportion a little bit because, when reporters watch practice, we see them running drills, but we don't actually know what they're working on some of the time. And yeah, there are some drops, but then, like Bear said earlier, the practices today, they looked even better. So I feel like we can calm down a little bit on the wide receiver stress right now.
I'm more concerned about the fact that they're all dinged up already.
It feels like this is
worrying.
This feels like this is a recurring theme during Josh Heupel training camp. Wide receivers and little nagging leg injuries.
The old dudes think they aren't hitting enough. That was the consensus.
Pads pop a little bit more, the less hamstring pulls.
I'm telling you, man, it was like I could hear the music you play when we get up on the porch. Back in my day.
It's always been that way, man.
And me sitting there knowing that neither Johnny Majors nor Phil Fulmer would have put their wide receivers in bowl in the ring.
But you know what's going to happen?
A lineman.
You know what's funny about it? 30 years from now, it'll be Boo Carter, Mike Matthews, Arian Carter sitting up on the porch talking about how
fat and great hair.
Yeah, talking about how these young kids don't know what it was like back in the day. They're spoiled and handed everything.
I'll tell you something else. maybe at least 20 years ago, Boo, whatever happened with Boo this summer happens. We never know anything about it, do we?
It a much easier time sweeping it under the rug without the internet and social media. But I mean, word got around 20 years ago. James Banks was 20 years ago. That was 2005. And all that was going on.
I always thought he was a little misunderstood.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody
what a waste of talent, man. Yeah, a guy who
had NFL talent.
To my knowledge, never played in the NFL.
But he had NFL talent, didn't he?
Do you remember what position he was recruited here to play?
Quarterback.
Yeah, he was a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah, out of
Indianapolis. That is it. Benjamin, is it Frederick Douglass or Benjamin?
I can't
Booker T.
remember.
Washington, something.
He was
major high school.
It was one of the biggest. I mean, you can look it up, James. He's one of the higher rated recruits we ever landed.
And I think he did play. Did he play quarterback in 05 or his first year?
He did for just a minute.
Then we switched him to wide receiver, and he would have been a freak show wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. Like if you took James Banks and dropped him into the modern day spread, pass happy offense.
I guess it was 02 was his freshman year.
What was the year where you were just standing in the back of the end zone in Gainesville?
Because that was 03 when he caught the Hail Mary at the end of the first half.
And just like bounced. He didn't even have to move. He was just standing there.
You know, the story was that, like, I think the straw that broke the camel's back.
For him here?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And I apologize if I'm participating in some sort of urban legend right here, but the story I'd heard was that he was at the Rocky Top Market. Remember Rocky Top Market on the Strip?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Shell station, and they had
roosters.
You could go in there and get some chicken wings.
Get
2
your
a.m.
rooster sandwich, yeah.
And apparently the boys were hanging out there. He was in his car, and he was pumping some music.
Yeah, I do remember this now.
And it was pretty loud. It was 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Uniformed law enforcement official comes over and politely asked Mr. Banks to turn his music down, and James responded by turning it up.
Never a good thing.
No.
Just completely disregard KPD's instructions.
That was not good.
So, if you're just polite, just turn it down. They know who you are. You're not going to get in that much trouble. But just to look at the guy and turn it up, is there anything more disrespectful?
No. That's not going to go well. We got to take a quick timeout. We got Phil on hold. We'll come to the phones when we continue. 865-966-3435, your number to call or text the show today. 435, your phone coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Knoxville, mark your calendars. Fan Run Night at the ballpark is back. Join us Wednesday, August 6th at Covenant Health Park as the Knoxville Smokies take on Biloxi and we take over the stands. It's all you can eat night, so make sure to bring your appetite. Plus, we're hooking up the fans with exclusive Fan Run swag giveaways you won't want to miss. Come hang with the Fan Run crew, rep your team, and enjoy a summer night of baseball, food, and fun. Fan Run Night, August 6th. Be there.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Trying to clean up this wreck here on the backside of Sharps Ridge on 640 westbound, just past Broadway. It's been a mess over here for still a little bit of rubbernecking. 640 westbound, again slow over here in North Knoxville as they clean up that wreck just west of Broadway. As traffic builds now through downtown, 40 east and west here at Hall of Fame. It's also gotten heavier 40 east and west over the top of West Hills. Fountain City Jewelers, your diamond engagement ring headquarters this bridal season. Stop by and see Mark Enix at Fountain City Jewelers next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
At Matlock Tire and Auto Service as we break things down. Pleased to be joined by store manager here, Gary Duggar at Matlock Tire and Auto Service in Farragut, beautiful Kingston Pike. Gary, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for coming by and chatting with us.
Yeah, good afternoon to you guys. Thank y'all for having us, and we appreciate you guys kind of hosting and setting up over here today.
Yeah, I hope we're not bugging any people. Whenever we come to like a showroom or something, I'm always like kind of real self-conscious at the beginning, and then like an hour in, I'm like, oh my God, I've been just yelling here and people are looking.
Oh,
so,
it's been awesome. I'm kind of getting practice reports and an update, live and in person here, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, are you ready for it? Ready for a little football?
Yeah. It's been a while, long off season, that's for sure. So
yeah,
we're ready to see them get back on the field.
We're taking some record predictions for the Vols. We had a guest there, Dan Harrelson from VolsWire.com, and the first hour he's saying 8-4. That's official prediction for the season. Do you have one?
Pretty close.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He called 10-2 in 2022 when everybody thought he was crazy.
Yeah,
and it ended up happening.
I'm sure nobody had the loss in Columbia on the radar.
No, we didn't ask for specifics as I recall, but
there's a lot of variables, that's for sure. I guess we'll see how the quarterback situation plays out, but 8-4, 9-3. I mean, obviously you're in the SEC. There's not an easy week on the schedule.
No, it'd be hard to improve too. You get to that level too where you've done 10-2 twice, and it's like anything above that. I mean, you're talking about championship level football. So that's the conundrum right now for Josh Heupel, right? Is to figure out how to take that next step, because you're already in rarefied air going 10-2. But it's like, man, if you can just get to 11-1, you think people are happy now? Like,
oh yeah, they may put up a statue.
then all of a sudden you're talking about statue time. Gary, thanks again for having us out here. The other thing I like about being at Matlock is like all the high school material here, and you got Bearden, Farragut, Concord represented. I always love going out to the Lenoir City store because they've got a great memorabilia collection out there. You guys heard much about who the good high school teams are going to be out here in West Knoxville this year?
I haven't heard much. I think everybody's kind of interested in the West situation, with obviously the coaching change, and we'll kind of see how that plays out. But
I'm a West grad. We've been following that. We've been following that closely.
Yeah. I think there's probably a little bit of hype around Catholic, I guess, with Coach Jones going over there. So
he's a Catholic grad. So
there you go.
We have a little bit of a friendly rivalry at times.
I see that. Yeah,
they're scared of playing us though.
Jimmy is a huge high school football fan.
Yeah.
For anyone that's never met Jimmy, he likes to wrap up early on a Friday and go be on the sideline somewhere. So we obviously do the kick for tires at the Thursday night game. But Friday nights you can find Jimmy Matlock on a sideline somewhere in East Tennessee watching some high school football.
There's
absolutely
nothing better. Not a better way to spend the fall Friday night than watching a high school game here around East Tennessee.
Gotta love the Friday night lights. And the other thing, we're talking about, we're having fan run radio night at Smokies baseball tomorrow night. We're giving away these tickets. And I see you guys all over there too. Matlock ads out on the outfield.
We did. Yeah, that was one thing that we were extremely fortunate to do. I think someone from their PR department had reached out to, I guess, Joe. As a company, the last few years, we've done kind of a summer company picnic event at the Smokies game. Now that it's here in town instead of out in Kodak, it's obviously logistically a little easier for a lot of our people to get out there. So that was one thing that Joe really wanted to do.
Have you done that yet?
We did it. We actually did it 2 weekends ago, I believe. We went and had our company picnic for the summer. Yeah. So it's a great time. We had the one of the kind of patio areas down the third base line there.
That's where we're going to be tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. It's a great venue. They did a really good job with the stadium and everything. So I think it's so far. I would say they would deem it a success for sure.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of people come out already and pick up tickets to that, and we'll be here till 6 p.m. We're about halfway through the show. So as folks get off work, they want to come out to Fan Run Night at the ballpark tomorrow. Swing by and see us. We're at Matlock Tire and Auto Service on Kingston Pike and Farragut, right next to the big across the street from the big Costco out here. Gary, you mentioned Jimmy Matlock, Joe, the Matlock family. Thing I always like coming out here is like I'm not a huge car guy, man. I don't know what's going on under the hood. I just don't want to get taken advantage of, because you tell me anything going on back there and I'll believe you. Always feel like you get trustworthy, honest service when you come here to Matlock. You guys wouldn't have been around since 1953 if you had been out here taking advantage of people.
No, absolutely. And that's one of the things that I quickly learned. I've only been with the company about 2 years. I've kind of got, it's, kind of a connection here for me. High school coaching background is what I did for about 10 years prior to coming here. So, when Jimmy brought me on board, that was one of the things that he talked about. He's like, I don't really need people to know cars. I need you to be able to just take care of people, take care of our customers. We, first and foremost, we've got to focus on taking care of our customers. So we want to be transparent. We want to be honest. We want to do right by our customers. And if we can continue to do that, then everything else is going to fall into place behind it.
Tires, obviously what you guys are known for. I bought a bunch of tires from here over the years, but everything else, man, oil change, tire rotation, alignments, brakes.
Yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
Do it all.
Yeah. AC is a big thing right now.
Yeah.
We're just about full service. There's a few things that we really don't get into, but transmissions, exhaust work, things like that. But we're, like you said, oil changes, AC work, tires, brakes, alignments, suspension work, engine diagnostics in terms of check engine lights and things like that. So yeah, any automotive issues, don't hesitate, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you out.
Absolutely. How many cars? Like, it's pretty busy here. It's calmed down a little bit. I got here around 2. It was pretty calm. 3 o'clock, there's people in and out, and then it calms down again. Yeah, I assume you guys have a rhythm to the day where you set up your rushes and everything. How many cars come through here a day?
It fluctuates. I think our kind of average, we're right around the 50 car a day mark here at this location. Obviously, some of our other locations vary a little bit. I think our Maryville location may be our busiest volume wise. I think they typically average right around 55 to 57 cars a day or something like that. So now again, that's not all in-depth work. That could just be a tire rotation or a tire repair or something like that. But yeah, we're extremely fortunate. That's right.
Yeah, and you buy your tires here, and generally they get worked on for free or for next to nothing. I've had a couple of situations where nail or something, bring it in here. It's a tire you bought here. They'll plug it up and get you set up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're we tell people if we're going to be a tire shop, we're going to service the tires as well. I know some people they're focused on selling tires, but we want to service them for the life of it. So with any tire purchase, you get free lifetime balance and rotate, free flat repair. So if you get a nail or something with all the construction going on, bring it in. We patch from the inside. We don't plug. Plugging's kind of more of a temporary thing. So we'll patch it at no cost and send you on your way.
Oh, that's fantastic. We had a listener, Doug Brooks, was saying he came by here last week and was just astonished that you guys did the tire repair for free. I was like, yeah, man, that's Matlock Tire, man. They go the extra mile. So
they've been in business since 53.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
5 locations, East Tennessee, MatlockTireService.com to schedule your appointment. Do folks still come in and like, hey, can you work on my car right now? Or have we got everybody transitioned to appointment? It's like a haircut, man. You got to make that appointment beforehand.
You do, yeah. I think it's still a good mix. We've got a lot that use our website to schedule appointments. We still get some people that call over the phone. We still get some that just walk in. And again,
older folks. But I have to tell my parents, I'm like,
that's right.
Mom, you got to call. Like, you can't just drive in there anymore.
To me, it's funny when we get some customers. They'll come in just to schedule an appointment. It's like,
oh wow,
yeah, we could have helped you over the phone. I mean, we're happy to help regardless, but I think it's kind of a generational thing for sure.
All right, Gary. Well, anything else we need to cover about Matlock Tire before we let you out of here?
We know everybody's going back to school, so
Yeah.
come see us, get your automotive needs before school. We are having our next tire sale at the end of August. It will be our Labor Day sale, so that will take place the last week of August. I think it's the 25th through the 30th. You'll get a $50 instant rebate on any set of Ford tires. You get a $70 instant rebate if you purchase Michelin, and then there'll be additional online or mail-in rebates that customers can get depending on the tires that they purchase as well. So we'll have a big sale here to kind of end the summer and right before Labor Day.
All right. So if you've got some tires, you're replacing, come and get it taken care of, but you could also wait till Labor Day and save a few bucks.
Absolutely, yes.
You could just come do it now.
You can do it now. That's
we'll
right.
be here. All right. Come check them out. That's Gary, the store manager out here at Matlock Tire. And Gary, always appreciate it, my man. Thanks for spending a few with us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having us. And again, we appreciate everything you guys do.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Gary Duggar out here at Matlock Tire and Auto Service. As we get set to go back to it, Bear, it's been a busy day here in East Tennessee with all the chatter, the practice chatter, the wide receiver chatter. We got to get this pole in the field. I meant to do that last break. Did not do it.
Tickets are moving quick out here.
Yeah. Roberto has made an appearance.
Did you get him his tickets yet?
I have not. He's rocking the fedora. What do you think? You could pull that off.
Me? Nah.
You could be a fedora guy.
You know who he looks like?
Who's that?
Hank Schrader.
A little bit.
The hat.
A bit. Schrader brow.
Schrader, yeah.
Got a hankering for a glass?
I don't even know you.
Let's get Phil in here, who's been hanging patiently through the break. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What's like, dude?
What's up, Philly?
Are you in Barbara right now?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
So what's your question for today?
Are you worried, and if so, how worried are you about Tennessee's lack of wide receiver depth?
Well, Bear made a good point. I'm more worried about the quarterback than the receivers, but I am worried about the receivers. That's a kind of a double-edged sword there, isn't it?
Well, you got to have somebody to get them the football. We all know that. So hopefully we can figure that out. I still think quarterback is the key to this, Phil. Like we talked about, some of these freshman wide receivers have a lot of potential, but you're just a little bit wary anytime you're depending on any position in this league. But I think they knew when they didn't take more wide receivers out of the portal. I think they knew that's like, okay, well, if Brazel and or Matthews, those guys get hurt, then we're going to play Rodarius Jackson and Travis Smith Jr. as true freshmen this season. They made that decision, almost a year ago in December.
Yeah,
right after last season, and still we'll see if it pays off.
Philly, I just hope we don't end up in the same situation we did with basketball, where we went into last season when we could have added bodies and guys that could play some minutes for us. I mean, we got 7 scholarship wide receivers right now. I saw somebody posted the
2 or 3 of them are hurt.
Yeah, somebody posted the photos of the ones that took most of the snaps today, and most of them are walk-ons.
Well, what's going on over there to get all these people hurt when he started hitting it?
That is a great question, Phil. It seems like hamstring injuries are recurring to wide receivers. And you can have different severity, and that's just like a running. That's just sprinting, right? You pull a hammy.
Yeah, I mean, you just pull up Gimp.
And those can be different severity. You can have everything from a tear where you cannot run to a slight pull, but a slight pull can always turn into a larger pull if you push it. So that's why I think a lot of these are like precautionary, and it's like, okay, this guy's got a slight hamstring pull. Let's just shut him down for a week or two and see if we can get that 100%, because we don't want it to develop into something worse to where
like
he's
a full grade, whatever.
And then he's severely hampered for the entire season.
Do you foresee them playing multiple tight ends and lining a tight end up as an H-back?
I don't know.
They did that with Kitzelman some.
Yeah, but Kitzelman's coming off it depends on what's by. So we got Kitzelman, who's coming off the pec injury. We got Ethan Davis, who I have heard good things about this camp. And then who's the next one up behind Davis?
Probably be Brame or Van Dorsler, true freshman.
They're loaded at tight end, it looks like, don't they? A quality player.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot of two tight end looks, Phil.
Yeah, we just got to keep our fingers crossed that Kitzelman's ready to go.
And then I heard Syracuse's players are already squawking off, acting like they're going to win now.
Who is now?
Syracuse.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
There's a quote on X about it.
Yeah, apparently somebody's already spotted Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt.
Oh, I just saw this. So this was on so people are watching this Netflix show.
Yeah.
That just came out.
I'm gonna watch every single episode.
It's Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
It's Hard Knocks for SEC football, where they're behind the scenes, and so people are going through this, and apparently there is, and I have to be careful because there are ladies here. It's quoted on the show, Diego saying, "We eat Tennessee literally any given Saturday. Bleep.
Yeah.
Every single one of them,
year,
you know."
They didn't beat Tennessee last year. They had 17-0 and still got beat. Right?
I mean, did he break 100 yards passing last year against us? I don't think he did.
This is why the coaches don't want those, because this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
Our guys say it about the other teams. They say it about us. The trash talk is just insane in behind closed doors in these locker rooms. And now you've got a camera there.
Yeah.
And they put that out.
Have you looked at Vanderbilt's schedule?
What's that, Phil?
Vanderbilt's football schedule looks to me like if Pavia don't get hurt, they'll probably go to a bowl game. And that means that when we play them, it'll be a meaningful game.
I mean, people get all bent out of shape about Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
That we're scheduled like an SEC team.
Yeah.
There is some truth to what he's saying, right? And it's not just Vanderbilt. It's kind of us.
Yeah, but the problem is the Big Ten that whole argument doesn't hold water.
Well, they're playing 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst Big Ten team is better than probably any of the non-conference
FCS
teams on our schedule, including Syracuse. Who's the worst team in the Big Ten?
Probably Northwestern. Maybe UCLA.
It's true. I forget about them.
I mean, UCLA.
Is it true those tickets to Syracuse are $300 a piece?
What?
Is that true?
Surely not.
Hold on, Phil. I'll get you an answer on
I
that.
can't imagine that game is going to be sold out.
They're paying that kind of prices they won't be. I don't know why we quit playing in Atlanta. It don't make no damn sense. I know we do recruit down there. I mean, we've made a living for the last 40 years going down Georgia getting players, but you can't take players to those ball games.
I've been hearing from coaches and athletics directors about these neutral site games for 20 years. Well, we recruit in Atlanta. Well, we recruit in Nashville. Have we ever gotten a single player in football that said, you know what, I wasn't thinking about coming to Tennessee, but then they came down and played Georgia Tech in the Mercedes-Benz, and I saw that game, and all of a sudden I wanted to go there.
A good-looking place.
Well, that was a terrible game.
Oh, no. To get in right now, Phil, for Tennessee and Syracuse is $100.
$100? Okay.
There's not many left.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That's about sold out. Let's see.
Wow.
Looks like under a couple hundred tickets left.
Be nice if they would give us something in return to, for all the money Tennessee fans are getting gouged in football and basketball. It's time to do something.
Oh, another 50 apiece. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Where does it end, man? Where does it end? This just gouging of the fans.
I don't know.
People pay these prices.
I
and
think
pay no more.
there are some, professional sports team owners. Famously, the guy that owns it's the Falcons, isn't it? They've got like 1970s prices on their concessions. I mean, it's like $1.50 for a hot dog, $2 for a Coke.
That's what I'm talking about, Danny White.
Oh, you think UT will ever do that? Heck no, you know that.
I mean,
I wouldn't hold your breath, Phil.
They call it a big orange screw for a reason.
Well, that's cool. Y'all talk about Catholic football on there. They'll be probably looking to win 5 games. See,
Y'all don't care about football anymore?
Yeah, we care. We care about football.
What's the matter?
Phil's coming dangerously close to being excommunicated from the fan.
The Pope gonna revoke his
he's a sidewalk alumni. He went to South or Young.
Oh, he's like one of these Alabama fans down there who's like then dropped out of high school and
yeah.
No offense.
He's not an alumni.
Huh. Interesting.
And it's August and the season hasn't started, so we're going to be, we got a new director of talent acquisition, former Bearden High School head coach, Matlock disciple.
I think it's the Powell lineage that you're depending on there for talent acquisition. I think that's more.
I mean, those guys had the number one draft pick this year.
Bearden had it rolling for a year or two there.
Yeah, and Powell had a number 1 draft pick.
How about this Pavia kid popping off?
I hope he likes eating oatmeal with a straw, man. After it's been blended, because I just think Josephs and those guys on the defense seem to take things very personally, very easily.
All right, we'll reset this for you. When this just came across our desk, we will reset this topic. Diego Pavia
popping off
against the Vols again. We'll talk about it when we continue here on The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Hello, is Tina there?
Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the is going on? You're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Got you, Mike. It's nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit menspro-knoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the best pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for FanRun Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Good afternoon. Trying to clean up this wreck on the backside of Sharps Ridge in North Knoxville. It's 640 westbound, just past Broadway. Again, there was one over in the eastbound lanes as well involving a truck. That one could be there for a while as traffic builds through downtown. I-40 here at Alcala Highway. It's starting at heavier 40 east and west over the top of West Hills. If your check engine light comes on, just Google search Knucklebusters Amco Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck.
Older and older every time. I mean, I like you push me over with just a slight breeze now. I can't believe his kids are that old.
Growing up fast.
Well, yeah, and then I mean yours, and I mean mine's in college, and where's the time gone, man? Seems like only like last week we were rallying the masses to riot here.
Like time through the hourglass.
These are the days of our lives.
Didn't the late great Jim Croce have a song about that?
Time in a bottle.
Time in a bottle.
Yeah. He'd save every day until eternity came. And then again, just to spend them with you, Russ.
You a big Croce guy?
My mom and older sister was. I'll tell that story, man. You touched the radio in our car growing up. Because she always got to sit in front because she was dad's little princess.
Mm-hmm.
But if like and she had 3 little brothers. I mean, but if you even like acted like you
sounds
were
like we're opening up a old wound here again.
If you're going to touch that radio, I mean, you might be lucky if you made it back in your seat without just getting clobbered.
So Diego Pavia,
you got a mouth on him.
Well, again, he's saying the same stuff that we're saying. This happens before and after every football game. People trash the other team with profanity-laced tirades, right?
Yeah, he's garbage. He knows he's garbage.
Well, this gets caught on. I'm kind of surprised SEC let this go. I wonder how much editorial control the schools and the league had over this.
Well, we'll know if they continue to do it, because if they don't have a lot of control and they aren't happy about stuff like this coming out, they just won't do it.
But this is going to be awesome, man. Like this is a great thing that they're doing. So we've got the team practice this morning. They practice tomorrow. They're off Thursday. I believe they practice Friday, and then the first major scrimmage, Saturday preseason, the scrimmage at Neyland Stadium, closed to the public and the media.
That's silly.
Like no cameras. Whatever you see, there's going to be like guys blurred. By the way, apparently that was a tight end.
That was Kitzelman.
It was blurred, yeah.
Apparently, someone figured that out.
We're blurring guys because they're in the red jersey for some reason.
Yeah, it was Kitzelman.
I mean, what kind of paranoid coach thing
I
is
don't
that
know.
to do?
Pretty paranoid, especially when you consider that there's like a million 12-year-old kids out there that are computer whizzes that can get that picture.
Well,
unblur it and figure out who it is.
You want to get fans fired up for football?
Every
team this weekend probably going to be scrimmage on Saturday, right?
Right.
Every team in this league. Open those things up to the fans. Let them come. Sell $2 Cokes. Let them come watch the team. And it was, well, we don't want Alabama to know that we're working on this new double tight end look. They do this in the NFL, the pinnacle of American sport.
Oh, we could drive down to wherever the Titans are holding training camp.
More spying and double, stealing, spying, and everything happens in that sport, and it's perfectly fine. You never hear after a game, well, they must have seen us in, preseason. I think somebody told me this. Former player told me this the other day, last week. They ought to do like they do in the NFL. Like the Steelers will travel to Baltimore and they'll practice together. They ought to do that.
That's what I've been saying.
North Carolina ought to come over here and practice for a couple of days.
We'll might have a brawl one day during practice with them.
The point is, there's so many things they can be doing to grow their sport, enhance interest in their sport. And instead they're fighting over 9-game, 8-game schedule, expansion of the playoffs, talk about expanding the NCAA tournament, but nobody wants.
Yeah, and completely refusing to even address the fact that the one thing that they really ought to be concentrating on that will make all this better quicker is the whole collective bargaining thing, so we can have contracts so these kids can't jump around school to school.
How about a little access? How about you open these programs up to your fans in the day and age of social media when everybody's hungry for content and it's all the tip of our fingers? How about you open it up a little bit? And it's going to have to come from these ADs and these commissioners, because the paranoid coaches aren't going to let you in. Well, they're going to have to be told by their bosses, hey, this is happening.
Their bosses are going to have to be told by the conference commissioners and whatnot. But it's ridiculous. It is absolutely asinine that the beat reporters, and we've got a bunch of good ones that cover this beat. We talked to all of them. That what they go through I would not go over there and go through all that for 10 minutes of access. They're out of their minds. I don't even know if I'd want to go to a press conference. You won't answer anything.
Stay with us. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up. We're going to give away another buffet pass for the All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday when we continue. It is the drive, hour number 3 of the program, coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The drive. And here we go. It's William Pattison, and this is your daily invite to Overtime on Fan Run Radio. Weeknights from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm breaking down everything you care about, from the latest Tennessee Volunteers news to bold takes on college football, the NFL, and NBA. If it's happening in the world of sports, I've got an angle on it. You bring the passion, and I'll deliver the truth, the fire, and the facts. It's Overtime with William Pattison, weeknights at 7, only on Fan Run Radio.
Only 3 homestands remaining to see your Knoxville Smokies play this season. And this week will be full of celebrations, starting with free hot dog night on Tuesday. All the hot dogs you can eat all night long. And if you're still hungry, we've got all you can eat Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Then on Friday, we honor one of the founding members of the Negro Southern League, the Knoxville Giants. On Saturday, we're continuing the fight against breast cancer by painting the park pink. And on Sunday is Cocoa Melon Day. Grab your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account, offering extra benefits including bank travel. Join us for a trip to Mackinac Island for a stay at the beautiful Grand Hotel. Travel with us to southern Utah to witness the enormous, colorful, and unusual rock formations. Or join us on one of our many day trips. We're always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134 for directions and to look at the rest of the menu. Visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Dental health is so important. It's one of those things that if you don't stay on top of it, it can really come back to haunt you, both financially and, of course, in terms of your physical health. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, or you've got a dental issue that needs attention, do what I do. Go to Malone and Costa Dentistry at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule your appointment online right now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just give them a call at 865-539-1776 and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Tuesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith and Bear coming to you live today from Matlock Tire and Auto Service in Farragut. Getting ready for the top 5 at 5. Send things back to the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios where Jace Brown has all the latest and the greatest. Jacer, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee linebacker Arian Carter is number 12 of the 101 players mentioned on Bruce Feldman's freak list. Feldman said, quote, "The 6'1", 235-pound junior had a breakout season in 2024, leading a stacked defense with 68 tackles to go with 6.5 TFLs and 1 interception. The junior linebacker, a team captain, is a more explosive athlete than most running backs. This offseason, Carter, a former 300-meter hurdler in high school, vertical jumped 40.3 inches. He also hit 21.2 miles per hour on the GPS and benched 325 pounds.
Speed kills, and apparently we have improved our defensive team speed. Just continues to go up.
Yeah, and it's
laterally, especially. Like I was told, it's going to be really hard to get around him.
But yeah, we've talked about him, and we beat out Alabama, Nick Saban, in a heated recruiting battle for him. He was a late bloomer coming out of Smyrna in the mid-state, and he was committed to Memphis at one point, and then he blew up right before his senior season on the camp circuit. Alabama and Tennessee wanted him, and we were able to fend the tide. And he got his feet wet a little bit as a true freshman. Played a lot last year. I think he played hurt at times.
68 tackles in a season where you're hurt.
Yeah, and so it's time for him to go from solid guy to a star. Yeah, we need him to show out.
Quarterback of the defense.
At number 2, RTI's Ryan Sylvia reports Lance Hurd, who was a first-year Vol and sophomore last season, is the projected starting left tackle this season. This comes after a year where he battled through injury, causing him to go through some struggles. Now he's healthy and poised for a breakout season, and with high expectations, Hurd is taking on an advanced leadership role as well. This caused fellow Tennessee lineman Sham Umarov to dub him the head coach of the offensive line. Quote, "He's one of the biggest speakers in our room," Umarov said. "The way he speaks, you can see everybody is locked in like he's the head coach in our unit. When we're all talking, like I said, we're so tight that we all listen to each other."
I mean, that's super exciting. That was not my view of him. I mean, I think the lasting image of Lance Hurd in his first season at Tennessee was, the deep ball that Nico completed at the end of that Arkansas game to get us into territory. And there's the video of Hurd just not giving much effort.
No.
And, you can criticize the effort on that play. It seemed like he had been through a lot with he had the knee operation.
So he wasn't able to get in shape.
Yeah, he wasn't in shape to begin the year. And then he had the ankle thing and, wasn't going to play one of the games, whatever happened there. I can't remember the exact circumstances there, but he did not cover himself in glory his first year here. Sounds like he has taken it upon himself to get himself in shape. I know he's lost weight, and that's encouraging that if he's taking on a leadership role behind the scenes as well, because there's a vacuum there with all the guys we lost, Cooper Mays and those guys last year. So, I mean, if we can improve drastically at that position, that goes a long way.
Sure.
At number 3, Adam Schefter reports that the NFL has suspended Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison for the first 3 games of the 2025 regular season for violating the league's substances of abuse policy. Addison will be permitted to participate in all training camp activities, including preseason games without restriction, but will miss games on the road against Chicago, at home against Atlanta and Cincinnati.
Banging 7-gram rocks.
Go!
There's no, it's sure, I figure it's either got to be alcohol related or, do they even test for the hippie lettuce anymore?
They pled no contest on July 17th to a lesser charge to resolve a 2024 DUI situation.
Okay. It's 2 games for DUI.
No, do they suspend people for DUIs from the league?
Sounds like it.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but I feel like you get suspended for a substances of abuse policy. Like, to me, that screams of illegal drugs or steroids, performance enhancers.
Yeah, but they have a separate. If it was PEDs, they would have said it was PEDs. So it's something intoxicating.
Well, hopefully he gets it together, man. He was cited in July of 2023 for driving 140 miles per hour on a Minnesota freeway.
Oh.
So,
do you think people driving that fast and they get caught, they just automatically get a year at the county, on the county work farm? Let them think about it.
I mean, at the very least, you should have your license taken away, right? I mean, you're a menace to society at that point.
You've got no regard for anyone else's life.
You are asking to kill somebody.
Yeah, killed that woman and her golden retriever.
At number 4, a former NFL player from Oklahoma has been convicted for his role in a large-scale dogfighting operation. Federal prosecutors announced today LaShawn Johnson was convicted of 6 felony counts of possessing dogs for use in an animal fighting venture. He was acquitted of 17 other similar counts. He faces up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000 on each count when he's formally sentenced at a later date. Johnson was a running back for the Green Bay Packers, Arizona Cardinals, and New York Giants from 1994 to 1999.
I don't really remember this guy, but I'll tell you one thing Americans take seriously. If you get caught fighting dogs, hurting dogs in this country, they will throw the book at you.
Well, they should, because this guy's a 2-time loser. He previously pled guilty to state animal fighting charges in 2004. So he was given a 5-year deferred sentence. So this is he didn't learn his lesson the first time.
He's a habitual offender.
He knows who Michael Vick is.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing is wrong. He should go to prison, and he should never be allowed to own any sort of animal for the rest of his life. It's disgusting.
And at number 5, a senior citizen in China recently asked his wife for a divorce after developing romantic feelings for a woman he saw online who turned out to be artificial intelligence. The 75-year-old man, known as Jiang, fell for the affectionate words spoken by the AI and took them seriously, despite the fact the woman's lips didn't sink. He believed every word the AI woman told him and rushed to his phone daily, eagerly awaiting updates from the other side. Unfortunately, Jiang is not alone in seeking emotional connection through AI. AI-generated content is booming in China, and many elderly individuals, especially those with limited mobility due to age, are becoming increasingly obsessed with it. Despite repeated attempts by their children to convince them the content is fake, many seniors choose to believe the AI personalities that offer them affection and attention.
Old people are weird, man. Like I had
hell of a statement, right?
I had a good friend,
right,
whose mother they weren't remarried. It wasn't his dad, but like this guy that she was seeing,
boyfriend
and he was like in 60 or so.
Right.
It wasn't even that old, right? And this guy fell for like those Nigerian prince scams. This is like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And he would send these people money. And like the family, like this woman called him on. It's like, you idiot! Like you're being scammed here. You can't do that. And he's like, oh no, I'm not getting scammed. He's like, well, pay money. But he kept doing it. Like he just every time these people money.
Why
some
would you
sob
not?
st-
I
like
mean,
he
at point you got to take over.
the relationship. She had to leave this man because he wouldn't stop sending money to these people.
Yeah, I could see why.
Now, being in a relationship with an AI bot is something a little bit different. Did you see? There's a story today about Jim Acosta, CNN. He is interviewing an AI of one of the kids that was killed in the tragic Parkland high school shooting. Their parents, the kid's parents, created a bot of what their son would be.
Yeah,
really weird, right?
Yeah, that's creepy, man.
It's so, and they're interviewing him, the bot, on CNN as if it's an actual person, like a two-way conversation.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's.
But that's where we're headed right now. You've got
Not
people.
me. I'm not.
You don't know. You're not that old yet.
I'm not going to be talking to a bot.
Was it Japan or China, Jace?
Yeah, China.
I watch
China?
ESPN and eat a sandwich, man. I don't need
You don't know how you might be lonely. You've got me to entertain you for 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Now you've got your friends and everything. If you end up in a situation where you're incapacitated, I know you. You're a social creature. You need human interaction.
McClure would never desert me.
I'm just saying, you never say never. Would you hook this young lady up with some Smokies tickets? She's waiting very patiently. We are on the radio.
I'm in.
Thank you, Jace. Excellent job. That is the top 5 at 5. Brought to you this afternoon by our friends here at Matlock Tire and Auto Service. We are live today, Kingston Pike in Farragut, right across from Costco. You want to come out and see us here this afternoon. We're here till 6 p.m. Tomorrow is Fan Run Night at Covenant Health Park. The Smokies are taking on the Biloxi Shuckers. Blake Burke is in town with them. They're part of the Brewers organization. And we will be broadcasting live tomorrow from 3 to 6 at the Team Shop, which is accessible from street level Jackson Avenue. You can pull up, and we're going to be giving away tickets there as well. If you're in West Knoxville, today is a great opportunity for you to swing by and pick up tickets right now. Kingston Pike in Farragut, Matlock Tire and Auto Service, where we are until 6 p.m. If you want to come out and say hello and pick up some tickets to the ball game right now. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on the show. You can call or text the show today, 865-966-3435. Know what you're talking about today. We cannot, on remote, we have a slight delay, which would compromise the integrity of the game, and we can't have that, can we? Absolutely cannot compromise the integrity of what you talk about. So no game today, no game tomorrow, and we'll get back to it on Thursday and Friday. Thank y'all for coming out. See you tomorrow. at the ballpark.
Catholic alum checking in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Old schoolmate of yours?
He's a few years older than me.
Okay.
Cousins.
A few years younger than you.
Well, that was uncalled for. Completely.
I'm just saying, like, I would have guessed like you were the older one.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
I've lived a hard life. Been rode hard and hung up wet.
Well, we still got plenty. Would love to see some folks out here.
They're going like hotcakes, though.
Yeah, man. And I think we got a good shot to play ball tomorrow. There's a little bit of rain in the forecast, but there was rain in the forecast today, and we've been good so far.
I heard you briefly talking about what you're talking about. The thing that's got me shook up is that, William the Conqueror intending to not try and qualify again.
I love that, man. I love that. He called his shot. He said, I'm not going to spend my summer worrying over this.
I mean, it's
like
very
Nick, who we saw earlier.
Who's been upset.
Yeah, and he got in.
Yeah, I mean, Nick's been working out and listening to replays from
pumping his mental muscle.
Listen to old podcasts from what you're talking about last year. I mean, it's not surprising. Will's a rebel. West High. Quitters.
Whoa. Winners. Two-time defending champion. He fell a little bit short, and he's a man of integrity because that's what we produce over there at 3300 Sutherland Avenue. He said, I'm not going to fawn on, you can't win them all, Bear. Can't win them all. We didn't win the state last year. Probably should have. Got screwed out of a late touchdown against Alcoa. It happens, man. It happens.
Y'all win it again.
It happens. You don't know that.
Y'all lost your Nick Saban.
You don't know that. You don't know that. We won a state title without Lamar. We win one without him again.
I wonder if this all ends with Lamar being the head coach at Catholic, winning a state title or two.
That'd
be hilarious.
I don't know. Maybe. I wish him well. West will be okay, though. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Bearden better worry about it. Week from Friday night.
Oh, is it?
We had jamborees this weekend, my friend. Jamborees Thursday and Friday.
Did you ever pay your bet back to Houston from last year's game?
What was the bet?
On the Bearden West game.
What was it?
Bulldog. I don't know, like lunch or dinner or something.
I think so. I think I did.
Houston.
They cheated on that one, too.
You trying to say Chris owes you a lunch?
Who doesn't owe me a lunch? You see where our boy Josh Pate signs on with On 3 today?
I saw that as we went to air today.
Josh Pate and Little Herbie. Zach Herbstreet, who I guess just finished his career at Ohio State. I think he was a walk-on QB or something like that. They hired him, too. Yeah.
On 3 did. It's a
little Herbie and Pate.
Yeah. One's not a Nepo baby move. And I mean, if that kid's name was like Zach Jenkins, I don't know, he might get a job at On 3. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, no, that totally.
I'm just saying, like if Ryan or Rick
more power to him,
or Jack's last name from RTI, if their last name was Herbstreet.
Yeah.
Not that the three of them are doing it the right way. Hard work, determination.
We'll see if he works hard.
Good looks.
If he works hard and puts out good content, more power to him, man. Like it. Yeah, he's cutting in line, but
he's still got to do it.
You got to prove it.
Yeah. I imagine that's got to be pretty hard. Who do you think's got the hardest? I watched the video that what's his name? Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie's kid.
Mm-hmm. And he's another one. Like you
think he's a net, but then if you watch,
he's talented. But there's lots of talented guys that you never hear of. So he's talented. He put in the work, and he's Eddie Van Halen's son. So he gets to be famous and have a music career. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think he's a little more. I mean,
I'm
not
fine
cup of
with.
tea, but he's really, really good at what he does.
I'll tell you what I'm not fine with.
What's that?
And I get political here.
What's that?
Bringing Derek Dooley, guys like that, making it, getting to cut in line.
I just think it's
as a coach, and cut in line and everything, man, and act like he's done something.
I think it's a really bad idea to have I said it yesterday, former failed Southeastern Conference football coaches in positions of power that affect our everyday lives. Two of the dumbest coaches this conference has ever produced.
Pearl?
No. Tommy Tanks down there, Tommy Tuberville. He's a complete moron.
Well, I mean, he went 4 in a row against Alabama. Like he was somewhat successful. I feel like he had a couple 10-win seasons. He's no Derek Dooley.
All you got to do. No, he's not that. But he's done some garbage things. And it was all facts. He took another job on a recruiting visit at Texas Tech.
He's one of the first to revoke scholarships and say it was just a year-to-year thing.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just left those kids sitting in a restaurant to go take another job.
Ain't no football coach ever at that level ever had any success by being a nice guy.
That's why I'm saying I'm not in favor of handing these guys the keys to the real power in the country. Idiot football coaches. Nothing wrong with that. Be paid quite handsomely, and both of them were. I wonder, like 100 years, they'll look back on that and be like, they used to give these guys, their families, generational wealth for failure. Man, where everyday average Americans just get fired, and if they're lucky, get a 2-week.
Walker, can you just look that? Like, what was Derek Dooley's buyout? How much did we pay him to get out of here? Was it 10 mil? Was it 5 mil or 10 mil? What do you think?
Oh, I want to say like 6. Remember when he went to the Hitman after the Kentucky debacle and said he was trying to get his buyout. He goes, if you give me my buyout money, I'll go ahead and leave now.
That paid $5 million.
$5 million buyout.
Yeah.
And he was
he
went from making those pancakes for Walker.
Oh, always forget.
No, they weren't pancakes. He makes a great burger, great family man.
Burger. He was making you burgers.
He was.
Little Walker Smith over at Derek Dooley's house. Can I have another burger, Mr. Dooley? Sure thing, Walker.
I know it did.
That's exactly how that went. You're right.
I've told the story before. God rest his soul. He's not with us anymore, but somebody gave this maniac guy I knew Derek Dooley's personal cell number when he was here.
That's real smart. Walker, he might be, Dooley's a young, telegenic guy for getting into politics.
You going to go work for his campaign?
No, I'm just saying, like, Walker could be sitting around and talking about how United States made him a burger one day. He could be talking about how President Dooley made him a cheeseburger.
We would lose to France in overtime if Derek Dooley was president. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
President Dooley.
How many rule changes were there that just like that guy, if that guy didn't have bad luck, he would have had no luck.
Well, here's the thing, too. Like Dooley famously, again, he cut in line because of his last name. He was never a coordinator. He was just a wide receivers coach, special teams coach, tight ends, and then all of a sudden he's the head coach at Louisiana Tech, and then he's the head coach at Tennessee. Was never an offensive coordinator. And so, like, he just skips that rung on the ladder to success.
He just watched his dad.
And it showed. Like, aren't you supposed to start out and be like the congressman, and then you go to the Senate? You go from the House to the Senate?
No, not necessarily, but you do start off. It feels like a pretty big jump from just average, ordinary, former failed football coach to United States Senator. They picked him because of his name recognition, I think. It's a pretty good idea. Life imitates art. Eddie Murphy made a movie about it like almost 30 years ago.
What movie is that?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but he had the same name as this senator who had
Bowfinger?
Who had gotten disgraced. Hopefully we'll have a caller call and tell me.
Are you talking about Dave?
No, it was an Eddie Murphy movie. His name was Jeff Jackson. And people were so used to voting for Jackson that they elected him.
Politician movie. The Distinguished Gentleman?
That's it, The Distinguished Gentleman.
Really?
And he
Never
won.
saw that.
It's actually a really good movie.
Remember how big a star Eddie Murphy was in
He was
the 80s, 90s?
huge. I remember staying up late, like waiting until my mom and dad went to bed and snuck downstairs so me and my brother so we could watch Delirious on HBO.
Those are his raunchy stand-ups. But like, I remember being in, with a youth group or something. We were in Cincinnati for some reason. We went to the movie theater to see The Nutty Professor.
Oh, that's a good one. The Clumps.
Just like falling out of my chair laughing at that.
I still think that's the best movie scene ever.
Hercules.
I liked him in Life
Douglas.
with Michael Douglas. I liked. Did you see Life with him and Crazy Pants? What's his name?
Bernie Mac.
Martin Lawrence. Was
Yeah,
in Life
Martin
with
Lawrence.
him,
Yeah. Classic.
Bernie Mac was hilarious. He was one of a kind.
All right, quick timeout. You're listening to The Drive Fan Run Radio live today from Matlock Tire and Auto Repair in Farragut amongst the Farragutians. Come on out, pick up some tickets. Just tell us you're listening to Fan Run Radio. We're going to hook you up with as many tickets as you want to the ball game tomorrow. It's Fan Run night at Covenant Health Park for Knoxville Smokies baseball. We'll be there tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you there as well. Back with more right after this.
The Drive. Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox, Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you tired of trying to squeeze your dental appointments in on your lunch break or before you go to work? Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making going to the dentist easier. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. To take advantage of our new evening hours, make your appointment now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just call us at 865-539-1776. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Believe in family. Believe in your fellow man. Believe in honesty and an honest day's work. We do. We're Farm Bureau Insurance. And we don't just believe in Tennessee. We believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance for Tennesseans. Believe in me for all of your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Good afternoon. It's been a mess in North Knoxville as cleanup continues on a couple of wrecks that happened earlier. It all started in the westbound lanes of 640 westbound, just past Broadway. That's been crawling, and so we're hoping that'll start to improve. Then we had a truck crash over in the eastbound lanes there on 640 there before you get to Broadway. All this happening on the backside of Sharps Ridge. As it builds now, 75 as you head north of town, up into Anderson throughout Campbell County. Hey, your check engine light come on? Just Google search Knuckle Busters Amco in Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
service and getting ready. Head back to the busy phone lines. Let's talk to Daniel up next. Good afternoon, Daniel.
Russell, I just want to get this out of the way. I went to Knoxville Smiles. I told them that you sent me from the drive, and I'm still waiting for that discount, Russell. Still waiting for that discount.
The drive discount at Knoxville Smiles. I'll have to talk to my contacts down there. They're supposed to, you remove one tooth, you get the second one done free. I thought that was the deal we had down there.
Well, maybe I don't get that deal because I'm part of the No Cavity Club, active running 36 years, Russell. It's something I like to boast and brag about.
You should be proud, my friend. You and me both, hanging in there. I always wonder, is this the day? Is this the day they're going to have to drill on old Russ? Hasn't happened yet.
It's a little bit like Russian roulette, Russell, Bear, everyone, panel. We kind of knew this was going to happen with the wide receiver core early on. I think we just, and I kind of drove the bus all year long thinking, they didn't go get guys in the portal for a reason. I think that I think it was going to be hard to go get a starter when you had three already coming back and you retained, Matthews from entering the portal. So I think that, I just think that they know that they have to play their young guys, and it's just part of the growing pains, right?
Probably. I think you would have liked to have another body. I think if you're basing out of a 3-receiver set like we do, I think you want to have 9 guys on scholarship at least, right? Because you want to be able to go 3 deep.
Yeah.
And with the knowledge that third string is going to be developmental prospects, your true freshmen and everything.
Guys that just need to gain weight, get bigger, stronger, faster, that whole deal. Learn the offense, get acclimated to college.
I do think they were a player or two short. I hear what you're saying about it, and that's true. Like in December, you had Mike Matthews threatening to leave. We had like 3 receivers leave, Leacock and Nimrod and all them, Caleb Webb all left. And so internally at that point, you're probably like, oh man, like we can't lose this Matthews kid. Like we can't lose half our dang receiver room. Like we got to keep somebody. So you are managing some egos there and trying to hold on to guys. It's tough. It's tough, but I will say this. I did see where Austin Price, I believe VolQuest, said that Amari Jefferson, the transfer that we did take from Alabama, the baseball guy, finally today had a good practice, and people were beginning to whisper, it's like, this dude's not doing much, but apparently he had a good day today. So we'll see. Maybe it clicks for him.
What was his?
He had a hip operation at Alabama last year.
Okay. I mean, that's the kind of thing you never know if somebody's going to really come all the way back.
It sounded like it took a long time for him to get over that.
Yeah.
When you have your starting quarterback leave the day before the spring game, we get it revved up. We feel it all over our bodies. We have out of body experiences around football season around these parts. But I've maintained to temper my expectations. I see this season as an 8-4 season. I just see it all day long. You're getting a brand new quarterback and a backup that you don't even have faith in. That's why you go get Joey Aguilar. And I'll just be honest, guys. I'll look forward to football when it gets here. I don't have a whole lot of expectations on the year, and I don't have a whole lot of fire in my veins, blood in my veins, anger towards Heupel, because what are you going to do? But I am so excited about basketball. I can't hardly contain it. I'm so excited about basketball.
Yeah. Hashtag basketball and baseball school.
Yeah, I can't, I'm very excited about football, of course. I'm going to watch it. But my expectations are just lower because of the cards that we were dealt. And what else can you do?
I'll tell you this, Daniel. If the 8-4 that you've predicted and that Dan Harrelson predicted earlier, and many are predicting, comes to fruition, and it's a situation where that's largely due to receiver depth or, if I'm Josh Heupel, like, I don't think it's the craziest idea in the world to access some of your contemporaries over there on campus in Rick Barnes and Tony Vitello, who are doing masterful jobs of managing their rosters when numbers are tight. And I know it's apples to oranges, and it's 85 scholarships, soon to be 100 versus 50 for basketball, 34 for baseball. But I'm sure there has to be some crossover there in terms of what you value,
right,
and how you allocate your resources.
Well, also they seem to be able to do it. They're quite adept at managing the egos in the locker room,
yeah,
and the chemistry, and they're really good about being very selective about who they bring in culture-wise.
I remain steadfast, and I think that the wide receiver room is going to be good enough. I think they held their cards out, expecting that that bet to come to roost. They'll hold up for the year, and I think we'll get decent quarterback play to put us at 8-4. And I think that's okay for what card you were dealt when your starting quarterback leaves in the spring. But as always, want to try to get out and see Blake Burke this week. You all have a good day and go Vols.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it. Blake Burke, the bomber, climbing up the ranks for Milwaukee.
Yeah. There's a reason we were as good as we were that World Series year. Who else do you expect off that team?
Off last year, of the championship team to become big leaguers? I wonder what Dreiling's doing. Like, is he big enough at the end of the day? Does he have enough pop in that bat to be a big league outfielder?
I don't know.
He was not the big. He had enough pop to be here, but here and in the big leagues are two different things. As we've seen, Gilbert, he's right there on the doorstep.
Beck and Joyce. I mean, how many pitchers we got now?
Halverson,
Dolander, Joyce. Dolander got sent down, but I mean,
Liam Doyle will be up there quickly.
Yeah.
We'll have guys all over the big leagues. And
I'm sitting here trying to think of all the guys we have right now. I mean, you got just all positions.
Well, and what we've seen with the Smokies here, where you've had Burns, Semo, and now Blake Burke all playing in this ballpark here in year one of it. Like, I think that's going to be the normal, man. Because we're going to have dudes all over the big leagues, or all over.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Professional baseball. Yeah.
As far as
eventually the Cubs will take one, and you'll get to see them play here regularly,
and then hopefully move on up to playing in the Windy City for the Cubs. Be unreal. More Tennessee fans are going to start following Major League Baseball.
Roberto is next. Good afternoon, Roberto.
Hey, guys. Hope you're well. Good to see you this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, man.
It's a pleasure to do it. And thanks for the tickets. Try to get the kiddos over there tomorrow night for the old baseball game. Yeah, Barry. Yeah, I think you just said it, or maybe it was Russ or together. But basically, you said I'm a Cubs fan, so this is like it's nice to have the AA team for my team in my market, right? The Cubs never seem to draft or even trade for Tennessee players. Have you noticed that? Like historically, I can't name one Tennessee player that's played there off the top of my head.
Well, they had the catcher last year, Jan Gomes.
I forgot Jan played there. You're right.
Jan Gomes with the Cubbies, and did Augie Ojeda? Did he have a cup of coffee with the Cubbies back in the day?
I'm not sure about that. See, and that's
Liam Spence was drafted by the Cubs. I want to say.
Yeah, he plays for the Fire Wreckers or something in the Savannah Banana League. I don't know, man. You're right. You're right about Jan Gomes. He was there last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. But yeah,
was Spence the Aussie?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I would say Spence is the Australian kid we had.
Yes, he's an Aussie. But with that said, guys, you were saying, hey, who from the national championship team might be the next guy to? I mean, Drew Beam's got to be on some kind of watch list, right? I mean, he was third-round pick of the Royals. You don't get taken top 100 if they don't think they're going to put you in the majors at some point, right?
Yeah, I saw where he and Inslee are now. Inslee just got moved to high A in the Royals situation.
Really?
Yeah, he's there with Beam.
Really? That actually surprises me that Hunter's moving that quickly, given that he was just taken. And he wasn't taken early. Like that was like, was he an undrafted free agent, or was he taken like 15th, 16th?
No, he was late.
So that's interesting that he would move up that quickly as opposed to Beam, who I thought would skyrocket through the ranks. Maybe he's lost something on his fastball. I don't know, but that would be who I'd say. I would have said Beam, and that makes logical sense from the national championship team. But it's funny, we didn't have. Isn't it strange? I mean, we had superstars like Simo off that team, clearly, and Burke, clearly, who I can't wait to see play tomorrow and or Thursday, right? But there wasn't like a wow superstar beyond those guys, and there wasn't one on the pitching staff, really. That was something that always stood out to me. We have these mega arms like Liam Doyle, or for that matter, you go down the liturgy. I mean, Chase Burns, and none of those guys were on a national championship team. And that 22 team, I mean, that 22 team guys. How many guys are going to play in the pros off that team? 9, 10.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably as much as the 24 team. Like they were just as good, right? If not better.
I mean, the 22 team was just stacked with Major League Baseball players. And I think they already said they've had 8 off that team have a cup of coffee at least.
Wow.
8 guys. And, I mean, that's without Drew Gilbert, who you could argue is the best player on the team.
Yeah.
So just to me, that's just astounding that college baseball that weird. Because we always, once you win one, you're expecting to win it every year. But college baseball is weird. This whole Aguilar and quarterback situation and wide receivers, are we just thinking that Ethan Davis is just going to step outside and be a jumbo wide receiver at this point? Because we clearly, I mean, I watched video of those guys. How do you drop passes against air if they're actually thrown on target, which they were? How is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's harder than it looks, Roberto. I haven't done it. I'd imagine it's difficult.
Russ, I wasn't exactly fleet of foot. I played a little bit of tight end in high school, but like, it's not hard to catch a football against air. Because it's not that hard to catch a football in live action.
Well, and
as far as
I know, air isn't on the schedule this year too. So
yeah, have a feeling that if we played air, we would go undefeated, but just barely. But hearing great things about the offensive line and the defense overall, so that makes me feel a lot more comfortable. I think we can make a lot more mistakes at quarterback and wide receiver and still win games. And so I thought somebody said 8-4. Is 8-4 against this schedule really a 6-6 type season against a markedly good schedule?
I don't know, man. I mean, nobody plays more than one difficult non-conference game anymore. No, I think 8-4 in the SEC is equivalent to probably 8-4 in the Big Ten. I mean, it's just we are fortunate, in that we don't have the gauntlet that some other teams in this league have.
We play the 4 worst ranked teams to start the season in the SEC. That's helpful. Yeah. Well, I'll leave you with this. I love that Diego Pavia is running his mouth. I heard you guys talking about that earlier. I love that. As a Tennessee fan, please do that. Give us a reason. Because he was awful against us after the first 2 drives last year. Awful. We're going to pound them into dust like always. Take care.
Thank you, Roberto. Diego Pavia drawing the ire. Yeah, I mean, that hasn't been out for like an hour. That's going to go viral over like the next 24 hours.
No, I'm going home to watch it all tonight.
People are going to be so mad about that.
I stay up to like 3 a.m. watching all these.
If I'm that Clark Lee guy, I'm like, how did we let
this happen?
Yeah, how did you let this get into the documentary? Because again, like people say this happens in locker rooms.
Oh yeah,
this is locker room talk.
I'm
like, how in the world did we allow this to get into this series?
I don't know. I mean, I'll be surprised if there's not something embarrassing from us. I mean, damn, Boo was on Instagram Live at halftime, and Heupel standing behind him.
I think that was after the game, which is not as bad as halftime, but still not great.
I don't know. I thought he was. Maybe it was.
I'm pretty sure it was after.
We'll have to do some research.
Don't go live stream after the game. Don't go live stream from the locker room. Period. Anytime.
I mean, it all started with Bobby Knight in that locker room, Russ. And that guy had that little probably micro cassette recorder. You don't want to cover Greg Graham? No. Recording devices in locker rooms are never a good thing, Russ. Things get said.
It's good for the entertainment value. I mean, I love it.
Oh, yeah. There's some insane things that can get said in the locker room. I mean, just stuff that most normal people wouldn't understand.
Do you remember the video that came out after Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss beat Tennessee here in the riot game?
Yeah.
Do you remember the video that came out from the locker room after that one? I mean, I can't repeat here at Matlock Tire what was said. But it was not nice about our university, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah. Considering the fact that he was handsomely paid for his 10 months here.
People were IRL mad.
Yeah, imagine. And it's not like they weren't before with good reason.
All right, we gotta break it down here for the last time this afternoon. Show has flown by today. They're closing now. They want us out of here at Matlock Tire, and we're going to oblige them here in just a few minutes. Final segment coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435, your number. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Congratulations. You found sports radio that doesn't suck. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court-martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4600 4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Good afternoon. It's been a mess with two different wrecks over here on the backside of Sharps Ridge this afternoon. They happened earlier on 640 westbound, just past Broadway, and then one happened over in the eastbound lanes here in West Knoxville now. 40 east and west over the top of West Hills. Watching traffic increase on that Solway Bridge, trying to get out of the Oak Ridge area. That check engine light comes on. Just Google search Knucklebusters Amco in Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
All the folks who came out to show some love out here at Matlock Tire, and hopefully we will see them again tomorrow at the ballpark.
Did you guys? Yeah, absolutely. The turnout's been great today. Excuse me. Did you guys happen to see the big rule change in the NFL that dropped just a few minutes ago?
I did not.
No.
Smelling salts banned.
Okay.
No more.
Why?
Kittle says it may be a retirement issue. Because they can completely mask the symptoms of a concussion.
Oh. I've never used a smelling salt.
Never?
No.
Oh.
They're awesome.
You like them, Jace?
I've never used smelling salts.
Who said they were awesome?
Me.
You like them?
Yeah.
What did they do? It
smells like it's a
complete
it's
shock to
it's
the system.
Yeah, it's
It
ammonia.
gets you absolutely fired up.
You break an ammonia capsule underneath your nose and you take a big whiff of it. Have you ever smelled ammonia? Like ammonia cleaner?
Isn't that like cat urine?
But similar.
I smelled that. I don't like it.
Similar to that, but like on an industrial strength level. I mean, it'll make your
eyes water and just.
Well, I mean, I was pretty much knocked out, and it immediately.
It brings you around.
Yeah, I went from being like asleep to fully conscious.
And so they're banning them on the pretense that they would mask a concussion. People can get out there and play.
Concussions, it can cause chemical burns in your sinuses.
Oh, really?
You're basically just breathing in like ammonia. Which, if there's train tracks near here, if a tanker of ammonia overturned over there, God forbid, they'd evacuate half of West Knoxville.
Well, there's part of me that's like, I kind of want to try this now. And then there's part of me that's like, I never want to try that.
Highly recommend it.
I
Can we get some in studio and try some smelling salts?
I'd be willing to bet
I
there's
will.
some in the giant first aid kit.
Will I tap out?
At the
Like
ranch.
if will I? How long does it take to recover?
It's not like it's not like you're on a high for a long period of time. It just wakes you up real quick.
You're gonna smack it away.
I'm gonna
smack it away.
tell you what. I'll bring some in personally for you guys Thursday and Friday for Russ to
Taking
try.
a dark turn.
Do you have a stash?
No, but you can just get them on Amazon. Like they're really easy to get. We would get them for swim meets.
He's a smelling salts dealer. How weird. I don't know. I guarantee you there's some back there in that gigantic, because we've got a massive first aid kit on the other side back at SM.
Tell you what, Russ, if you're ever having a tough day leading into the show and you're just a little tired, I mean that'll get you right and ready getting into a show.
I just don't want to be in a situation where it's like,
I can't believe I'm having to do this. No, do not take Walker's advice on this. He's dead wrong.
I don't want it to be
wrong.
where like you've tried the super hot salsa or something and you can't
No,
breathe for 15 minutes.
No. It's got a pretty short. I mean, it's like a bomb going off.
It's not like a bomb going
That's what
off.
I want, a bomb going off in my nose.
Walker,
It's
come
not
on,
like a
dude.
bomb going off.
It's something that can take you from being knocked involuntarily unconscious.
Well, that's not going to be the case.
to
when we
wide
use it.
awake.
Yeah.
And there's no difference between the ones they use. They're all the same. They're either those white paper with a little glass thing or the cottony feeling ones. You can hear the glass break pop. And it turns kind of pink. You jamming up underneath somebody's nose.
I bet they're safer than those like 300 to 400 milligram caffeine energy drinks.
I'm going to file it under. You probably shouldn't be doing either one. Again, this is me when I'm the voice of reason in any discussion on something, Russ.
Yeah.
What do you always say? If I'm telling you it's a bad
It must
idea,
be pretty bad.
It's not that bad.
If they're using it on, high school sports sidelines.
They're banning them.
That's a good point. All right. Again, big thanks to Matlock Tire and Auto Service for having us out here. Always appreciate hooking up with them. We're going to be doing some more Matlock remotes here throughout football season. So look forward to hitting up some of their other locations as well over the next couple of months. Don't forget, you need tires, you need an oil change, an alignment, you need brakes, need your air conditioner worked on. They do it all here at Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Schedule your appointment online, matlocktireservice.com, or just call them, tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. They will take excellent care of you at any of their 5 area locations here, Matlock Tire and Auto Service. And Bears, we get set to go home. I'm going to watch that SEC Netflix show as well. It totally went under our radar yesterday. King of the Hill is back.
Yeah, but I don't have Hulu right now.
All new episodes on Hulu. I don't know if I have it. I think I've got just about everything.
I finally did the deal where my bank card expired, so I've been able to cancel everything.
And that's why I can't get on HBO anymore.
All my monthly memberships. I'll get us hooked back up on that. I'm just waiting.
Are you aware of this, Walker, Jace? Rather than go through and individually cancel memberships, what our guy does here, he just cancels his debit card.
Yeah, and then I re-sign up for what I want.
He just wipes it out.
That seems like a drastic measure.
HBO will be back on this weekend. We can watch the Billy Joel thing.
The Billy Joel thing.
Which one of you is on whose HBO account?
I don't think we need to admit to that publicly.
No,
you kind of just did.
Well, see, my problem was, Walker, when one of the first things I did, because I got put into quarantine, it was like a year. I had to do the show from home and everything. But when I got sick, I immediately, I'm subscribed at one point in time to every streaming service there was.
I'm subscribed to most of them.
And full Comcast.
I'm never leaving Comcast. So get my remote when they pry it out of my cold dead fingers.
Walker, Jace, really appreciate it. Excellent work of the two of you in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Folks, come on out and see us tomorrow. We'll be at Covenant Health Park for Fan Run Night at Smokies Baseball. For Bear, I'm Russell Smith. Stay tuned. The slate headed your way next.